Okay, guys, I am no longer stressed. Welcome back to another episode of Count the Bucket. I'm your host, Amber Vickers. I got two great co-hosts with me tonight. And OU had a walk-off field goal. I'm just happy. We're praying for Nick. The Noles are 0-4. And Michael did Kentucky beat South Carolina.
Yes, we are 3-0.
Okay,
3-0 or 4-0. What are we now? Wait, if y'all are 0-4, we got to be at 4-0.
So both of y'all are 3-0, and then I'm down here at the bottom.
Oh, 4. Yeah, we're.
I mean, if you want to say that like that,
no, we're 4-0. I think we're 4-0.
Oh, you're okay. Okay, you're 4-0.
No.
Yeah, we're 4-0.
Both of y'all are undefeated, and I am defeated.
And one of these teams that we're talking about is Kentucky football. So I mean, just throwing that out there.
Could this translate over to the basketball world? I mean, Calipari did a great job of recruiting this year.
He really did.
I think Kentucky's gonna be really good this year.
I do too, because this the NIL I think actually helps Kentucky a little bit, because you come to Kentucky, your name's going to be out there, and getting a little money for these college students with that name recognition, it's going to help a lot.
Overtime Elite trying to double the bag though. Come play for Overtime Elite. We'll double the bag, give you somewhere to stay. You don't have to go to class. Like what? But we are back here with Count the Bucket. I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves. We'll get into some sponsors, and we're going to hop into our top 10 Powerports. Also, we're going to talk about the East rankings and the West rankings in the NBA and ESPN's top 10 players. Should be quite interesting. So I'm going to let Michael go first.
Ooh, yay. Hello, my name is Michael. As you can see, go to MDLawson00 on Twitter. Follow me, obviously. Instagram as well. That's more of my family oriented. I do put some highlights basically on there of sports, but also check out my show on Thursday night. It is Backstop Banter. Just a couple of days ago, had an awesome show. Had TJ Antone. He is a relief pitcher for the Reds. Just had his second Tommy John surgery, but he came on the show with us. It was quite funny. He said that he had about 20 to 30 minutes that he could be with us, that we were talking beforehand. And then once we went live, we ended the show at 59 minutes with him the whole time. So, we got on there just kind of having a good time. So please go check that out. Also, I want to say go to our podcast as well, Backstop Banter. Follow that and subscribe to it, and go ahead and give us some ratings on there. But most of all, go to YouTube and search Unwrapped Sports Network and subscribe to that and get the notifications, because it's not just my Backstop Banter. It's not just my Count the Bucket. Every show that our network with Unwrapped has goes through the YouTube page. So go follow all that stuff.
Definitely follow all of that. Linktree. And oh yeah, there you go, the Linktree. But as y'all know, I am Nick Andre. I am the depressed Seminoles fan as of right now. It is a little hard, but as y'all know, I'm a basketball writer / analyst covering everything from high school to the pros. Follow me on Twitter right there at Nick Andre ATR, and check out my Linktree. That you'll see everything from articles, podcasts, you name it, basically.
All right, you can follow my Twitter, simply_AV. Is the reason why I have a Linktree. Click on that, you see everything that I do. Bam. That was easy, smooth. Okay. First promo. Here we go.
MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code USN100. Guys, we are a little bit delayed. I say a little bit, about 30 minutes delayed coming on. Usually we're delayed because me and Amber and Nick talk for 20 minutes while we're in our chats in the green room. But this time, the bets unwrapped was going a little bit longer on some of their bets. Totally fine, because we were engaged in it, trying to find some way to earn some extra money. So one of these days, I'm going to go to mybookie.ag and use that promo code USN100, and us three, will take out of our own pockets to double your first deposit. I about said down payment. That's not it. Deposit. So from, I think, $50 up to $1,000, your very first deposit, we at Unwrapped Sports will double that.
All right. And if you're in your 30s and you like to go to the gym and you're like me and you're not as limber as you used to be, check out rxhemp.com. Use the promo code rxhemp/USN to get 10% off your entire order. Warm and Cool CBD cream. Yes, for all of us ex-athletes who think we still have it. Warm and Cool CBD cream. Just pay attention to the dosage. It's made with all natural products as well. So check out rxhemp.com/ use the code rxhemp/USN to get 10% off your order. Whew. All right. Here we go. a deep breath to exhale because we're going to do top 10 power forwards. Now, before you guys say your list, I'm going to give you a list that I saw. I always do this, guys. I always do this. Come on, photos. I don't know.
Say share that screen.
Oh, no, I got it in my photos. I'm going to give you
okay.
top 10 power forwards. Where are they? Those are the centers. This is Hoops Hype, guys. Oh,
shout out to Hoops Hype.
Yeah, I like when they do their rankings. They did a redraft too, which was pretty interesting. They're doing redrafts. Okay, their top 10 power forwards. Starting number 10, they got Kristaps Porzingis, Pascal Siakam, Draymond Green, Tobias Harris, John Collins, Sabonis, Julius Randle, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, and Giannis is number 1. All right. This is hoophypes.com's top 10 power forwards coming into the 2021-2022 season. Now, I think these two guys are going in order. Y'all know me. I have to always be the dysfunctional one and just kind of scramble all over the place.
I'm right with you, Amber. Mine's is all dysfunctional, honestly. Like, when you read my list, you're going to be like, what?
Okay, and so I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone.
Okay, if you guys are going to use the cop out and not put it in order, I at least need to know who the number 1 is.
Okay, I'll tell you my number 1 right now.
No.
Right
just wait till you list. No, just wait till you list.
List. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nick. You can go
first.
Top
2 usually, and then I just do everybody else.
Right.
Power forwards, aka hybrid post. You know, in a game where we're really transitioning into a positionless game, you know, it's kind of crazy to like really slot these guys into the right area. But I'm gonna name 10 of my guys and see how y'all feel. So I have Bam Adebayo, which I consider him a power forward. Some people could say he's a center, but I'll consider him a power forward. Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Davis, Pascal Siakam, Julius Randle, Giannis, Christian Wood. Here's one that y'all might be surprised about: Evan Mobley, John Collins, and Draymond Green.
Okay. Ooh.
And Giannis is number 1. Giannis is number 1.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
Okay. Michael.
Okay. Should I start with honorable mentions or just go straight to my top 10?
It doesn't matter. We're going to talk about honorable mentions afterwards, but you can give yours now if you want to.
Okay. I'll just go top 10, then I'll say my honorables. Okay. And yes, I have this written down. I'm proud of myself. So number 10, and of course, I always want to throw one in there that everyone's like, wait, what? Let's, so we can talk about it. Number 10, Aaron Gordon. Number 9, I've got Pascal. Number 8, I got Tobias Harris. 7, I got Draymond. 6, I got John Collins. 5, I got Zion. 4, I have Sabonis. 3, I have Julius Randle. 2, Anthony Davis. 1, Giannis.
So you have Tobias considered a 4?
Yeah,
I do.
Okay.
I could see him being 3 and 4. I actually think I might have put him on. Now that I say that, did I put him as a small forward? I didn't write that one down, so I don't know. Never mind. I'm going to stay true and say that I put him at the 4 and only the 4. Now, my honorable mentions, I have Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've got Porzingis as an honorable mention because we don't know who he really is still. And I also got Miles Bridges. Now, I wrote down Bam because you said Bam. Obviously, I absolutely love Bam, Kentucky. And I have him as a 5.
Okay.
That's my thing. Because offensively, he's not a 4. Defensively, he's a 4, if that makes any sense.
I'm not mad at that.
That's why I like Kelly Olynyk when they were together, because he played the 4 on offense more or less because he could have the outside shot, but on defense he was limited on that, so he was the 5. So I thought that went really well with him.
I love the JJJ, man. Honestly, I think he's gonna have a good leap this year. Oh my god, I could see it.
I wanted to make a big risk and put him in my top 10 and just be like, oh, that's the wow, or write that one down. But I just put him as the honorable.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start off. My number one is Anthony Davis. I'm gonna start off with that.
I wanted to do that, but he's street clothes so much.
I know, but if you talk about just pure skill on both ends of the floor,
absolutely,
when he's healthy,
I agree.
He's clear cut number one. My number two is Giannis. So I got Anthony Davis and Giannis. Now after that, woo boy. Okay, Amber,
Kevin Love at number 3, right?
I'm not gonna go after that. The order just gets wacky. I got Bam in there. I love Bam, so that's 3 for me. It's not in order, so I'm not gonna stress it. Pascal, Draymond.
Yep.
John Collins, Sabonis, Randall, Williamson.
Oh my God.
You don't like Zion Williamson on this list?
I said Williamson.
I forgot about him.
Oh, he forgot about Zion.
Yeah, about Zion.
That's why I give you the top 10 on the list first.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go because I think that this year I am really digging what the Hornets are going to bring to the table. And I'm going to go Miles Bridges.
Okay.
I had him as honorable, so that makes me feel better.
Yeah, I think the Hornets could really be good this year.
Hornets could be the Suns of last year. I won't say they have that high of a ceiling, but a good team that just like, wow, where do they come from?
Because I think Kelly Oubre is going to have a great year. Just like I think
he is definitely.
Kuzma is going to have a pretty good year in Washington. So
the Wizards might sneak in.
Yeah, they might.
Get a play in.
And you don't want Bradley Beal in a playoff game.
Bradley Beal, Spencer Dinwiddie's coming back.
Yep, they're going to be formidable. Now,
unfortunately, Rui's going to miss time for a little while, but
is he going to miss?
Yeah, he's got personal reasons, so it doesn't have like a timetable like how long he's missing, but he's going to miss like at least the first part of the season.
As long as Thomas Bryant is back, Denny Avadia's back, and Bertans can figure out his shooting stroke again like he had with the Spurs, and I'll be fine. They also have KCP too. I forgot they got KCP in there.
That's true, yeah.
They got
and Montrez.
And Montrez. So they got KCP, Montrez, and Kuzma. I mean, you gotta give up a lot to get. I mean, because Russell, when that hamstring got better, him and Bradley Beal basically carried them to that play in. But do you want to do your list over, Nick? Because you forgot Zion Williamson. You're gonna stick with it.
I'm gonna stick, or actually here. I'm gonna look and see who do I take out and add Zion. Okay. I'll take out. It sucks me to say this, but I'll take out John Collins.
Okay.
It sucks.
I like John Collins. It kind of hurt. It kind of stung a little bit, but it's okay.
I like him too.
It's okay.
It was either him or Mobley, but I like Mobley a lot. So I want to keep him in there.
Giving the rookie some love, huh?
Definitely.
All right. Now.
Honorable mentions from you guys?
Oh, do I have any honorable mentions?
For me, I'll say Aaron Gordon.
Okay. Me too.
And John Collins too, right?
Yeah, John Collins, yep.
You just said, sorry, John, you're out, but you're honorably mentioned here.
Who else for you? I'll say KP, Kristaps Porzingis for me.
Kristaps Porzingis. Also, my thing was, because I know I put Tatum in as a small forward, but could we possibly see him as a power forward as well, considering, his size?
Well, even Hoops Hop, I mean, they have him listed as that. I want to say in their lineup. Also, he's at the 4.
Is he okay?
He's a small forward. Because he's on a small forward list for Hoops Hype. The power forward list is.
Oh, I thought you said Tobias Harris on your list.
Yeah, he's talking about Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I'm talking about Tatum.
Okay.
In some sets, he might play the 4 because Boston will be small. You know what I mean? They got Robert Williams, I think, at the 5. I don't know who their 4 is. Is it Grant Williams? Will that be their 4?
I honestly have no idea. Who's going to be the lineup? They got Shorter, Smart,
Brown,
Tatum, Brown,
and
yeah,
Williams. So he might be the 4.
Yeah, he might be.
Unless you're gonna bring Marcus Smart off the bench and start Grant Williams.
That could be a possibility too.
And Jaylen Brown moves to the 2. It just depends on how.
I just don't think they.
Emmy wants to play that. I like Grant Williams' energy. I love his energy.
I like him too.
He knows his role. That's very important. Oh yeah, I know. He knows his role. He knows his role. That's very important in the NBA.
Yeah, his role is to act and flop.
Oh, you'll be fine. All right, y'all want to get into these ESPN.com projections?
Let's do it.
All right. So I got, let me see if I can find it, guys. Okay. So the East is predicted like this. I'm going to start with the bottom and go work my way up. Orlando, Detroit, Cleveland, boo, Toronto, Washington, Indiana, Chicago, Charlotte, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, Brooklyn. The top doesn't surprise me.
I think Miami is going to be higher than that, but I understand.
Okay. Yeah. We talked about that on Step Back Sisterhood too. Like we think Miami might be higher.
Say that list one more time. I'm trying to remember like where everybody's plays.
Orlando.
Okay.
Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland. Toronto. Washington.
Toronto at 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Washington, Indiana, Chicago, Charlotte, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn.
I'm not mad at that. Though I think the only thing I probably would change is I know I don't expect Chicago to like really have like a really successful year, but I can still see him at least getting 6 or 7. So I think they should probably be a little bit higher, in my opinion. But besides that, I think I'm not really mad at the list, honestly. I guess I can't say.
Washington at 11, I don't like that.
Okay,
or
yeah.
Chicago at 9, just personally.
Well, it's tough though. Like, do you see is Washington better than Indiana?
Yes.
Okay. Even with Sabonis and Miles Turner in them, and then Brogdon, and then they got LeVert
and TJ Warren, and and Miles Turner. Excuse me. I'm going to say that because they have a guy that can get you 20. I mean, get you 30.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a guy that can get you 30, it's hard to win in the playoffs. And I think that's probably part of Indiana's problem. Every team, unless you're Miami, like the Miami Heat, when they make that run, Jimmy Butler was like their guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He carried them basically to 6 games because they weren't healthy that whole series against the Lakers. He was that guy. Indiana doesn't have that guy. I think it could be TJ Warren when he's healthy because he is a legitimate scorer. He was a scorer in college. He was a scorer in Phoenix. Didn't quite work in Phoenix. Phoenix got rid of him for a bag of peanuts. So he went to Indiana. And he's a scorer in Indiana. He's a guy that can get you 25, 26 a game.
He definitely showed it in the bubble.
Oh my goodness. Now, can he stay healthy? I trust Bradley Beal more than I just do. And I think that Spencer Dinwiddie can get you 20 a game and Bradley Beal can get you 30. That's 50 points right there. So you combine those two guys and Bradley Beal gets hot, he might get you 40. You never know.
I think if Thomas Bryant comes back healthy this year, then I will say that Washington's like slightly better for that.
Yeah, I just like Washington. I do. Go ahead, Michael.
I'm actually trying to see if I can find a list so I can share the screen because I'm a visual guy. I can't do it without seeing it.
I know it's kind of hard to like memorize all the 15 things
on my iPad. Okay, guys, I'm cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
We forgive you.
Thank you.
Do they list Charlotte in the play-in or something? I can't remember. I can't remember at all.
Yeah, Charlotte's 8.
Okay.
Right below New York. So the play-in would be New York, Charlotte, Chicago, Indiana. And Cleveland sitting there at 12. I bet y'all are happy. Or 13, excuse me, 13. It's my little hot take, my spicy take.
All I can find is really way too early in its rankings, both like just the best teams. They don't have it broken down east or west.
Let me see.
Okay, I'm going to do it this way because I think Perry actually sent us a message.
I could possibly see Charlotte being a little bit higher. Probably maybe 7, depending on how the season goes.
You swap them in New York, maybe? Because New York is 7. Would you swap them in New York? If Kemba's not healthy,
yeah.
New York's success depends on Kemba's health, in my opinion. Because Derrick Rose is going to do his thing. Fournier is going to do what he does. Julius Randle's going to have to step up. He played his first playoff series. I think he grows from that. Mitchell Robinson is back. RJ Barrett, will he take the next step?
They still got Quickly.
Yeah, how much will Quickly grow? That's my real question. You have essentially 3 point guards on the team because Fournier, I mean, you move Fournier to the 2. How much will Quickly grow? Do him and Derrick Rose play together off the bench?
I can see it.
Quickly's an improved shooter. He's an improved shooter, so.
But it's tough though because, like, I mean, even like looking at some of the like they got players like Quentin Grimes, who I wish could probably get some PT, but unfortunately, they probably won't have a.
I loved him in Houston. Oh
yeah, he was so great at Houston.
Oh goodness. So University of Houston, guys, U of H. He went to University of Houston, played for Kelvin Sampson. Shout out to Kelvin Sampson. Used to coach at University of Oklahoma. But anyway, Quentin Grimes is a really good player, and the development of Obi Toppin, of course.
Oh yeah.
We want to see that. So
is Taj Gibson back?
I think he is. He's gonna get minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Tom Thibodeau. But it's tough though because it's like New York has such a breakout season this past year. Like, do we see them making a repeat? I mean, on paper, it will say that they did get better because obviously, I mean, Kemba's a way better player than who was the last one? Elfrid Payton. And then obviously Fournier is a great spot up shooter. So on paper, it does look like they got better compared to last year. But now it's all about, can they make it work? Same thing with Charlotte as well. Charlotte has a great group of young talent, but now it's all about, can they make that work?
I like Borrego as their coach, though. I like Borrego a lot. So we'll see what the East does. Now,
where do y'all have the Celtics at?
They got them in. So we'll see what the East does. Now, I got them at 6. I sound wonderful. I got them at 6.
I was going to say, what is going on?
Well,
that was me on my YouTube.
ESPN has them at 6.
At 6? Okay, so they're making they say they're jumping a little bit. Who's going down then?
New York and Charlotte. Well, Charlotte's playing in New York.
Because right now, as of last year, this is how they finished Bleacher Report. 76ers, Nets, Bucks, Knicks, Hawks, Heat, then Celtics. So what are that team saying?
The Knicks aren't in that. They're not in the top 6.
Okay.
Atlanta's at 5. Miami's at 4.
Okay. And then
Philly,
Bucks,
Milwaukee.
Philly,
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Now,
am I the only one that's okay? That's what you're saying. Do we not think that 76ers are going to fall back farther than just?
That's what I was honestly just about to ask.
I think them and Miami can swap because Ben Simmons' situation is just all over even in Philly, the news just cannot quit talking about it. It's all over the place.
And it's going to come to the point where Philly's probably going to have to take a loss on this trade.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they've dragged their feet so long. Like, it's going to come down. Like, why would any team even try to trade for him? Be like, I'll just wait, let it keep blowing up and burn on down. And like, okay, here's you a 5th round pick, even though there's not even such thing. But, and just, they'll have to say yes to it to get rid of Ben because Ben's not even talking to his people now, they say, or not even coming to the meetings.
It's messy. It's so messy.
Yeah. This thing is going to be so bad, and it's exciting, sadly enough. But I just think at this point, you have to get rid of Ben. But you hear the front office and even some of the coaches saying that they want to keep him and they can win with him. So it's so messed up now. If you actually keep him and let it go into the season, like, that's going to be horrible. Like, does he even play? Does he sit out?
All I have to say is if they do go through like part of the season and he's still not traded, I just hope that Ben has like a lot of money set to the side because I know his finances are going to be a little hectic.
So I would say the 76ers are on down farther because I don't know who they're going to get.
It's tough though because, I mean, even though you are losing Simmons, you still have a great player in Embiid, but you still got also great players like Seth Curry, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and those guys. Not saying that they make up for what Simmons has, but I don't know. It's tough. I mean, honestly, I don't see Philly being number 3, but I could possibly still see him at least top 5, considering that it is the Eastern Conference. I mean, I still think Philly's better than Charlotte. I still think Philly's better than I don't know if they're better than Miami. I don't know if they're better than Atlanta.
I don't think they're better.
No, I don't think they're better. They're better than New York. I'll say that.
Okay. So they're not better than Atlanta. They're not better than Miami. So you would have Miami 4, Miami 3, Atlanta 4, Philly 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miami 2. Okay.
Over here, I have Miami at 2.
Okay. Over Brooklyn and Milwaukee?
Not over Brooklyn. Brooklyn's number 1.
Okay. Brooklyn's number 1? Okay, over
Milwaukee. You give them Miami. I think Miami's expectations this season are very high, but I think they're going to, if they stay healthy, it's going to be very interesting to see them play. I'm going to love watching Kyle Lowry play with Jimmy Butler.
Okay, I want to throw this out here, and this is random. I know this is just how my brain works. But have you all ever seen a picture of Kyle Lowry where he's like not happy? No. Like every picture I see him, like he is smiling big, like he's like that little brother, just happy to be with anybody. He's like, "Hey, big man, thank you." Like, he is like
Walker's the same way.
Oh yeah, but I like that. I think he's actually would be a cool guy. Kyle, come on the show. Let's see how yours. It's personality, man.
He does.
Honestly, I got a hot take here that I'm going to say here. Honestly, if Miami,
write it down.
Definitely write it down. If everything goes right for Miami, healthy, everybody playing well, everybody's got chemistry.
I know what you're going to say.
They're in the conference finals.
Ooh, that's not high.
Well, conference finals. I have them at 2 already.
So
that's true.
As long as they don't get that 4 seed, they have to play Brooklyn in the second round. I think that'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
I mean, it is a hot take, but I'm already making that take. So.
If they stay 2 or 3, they have a good chance.
I mean, just look at their team. Like it's full of guys who are good that actually like to play with each other too. That's probably the weirdest line I've ever said out loud. But you understand what I'm trying to say there. Like they're team players and they love defense. That's why I'm actually more excited about them.
And Lowry with that leadership, that championship already under his belt, that tenacity, being able to make those hustle plays. I think that's really. I mean, I feel like Lowry's made for Miami. He's made for that type of culture.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about Miami. Now, if they don't make it, they're probably not expected to be that far. But I just think they have a really great chance. I think the Bulls are definitely in the top 10.
Definitely.
I agree.
The Wizards, where do they have the Wizards at?
11.
11?
If they're healthy, I mean, they have them, 11. If they're healthy,
okay. I'm just going to put an asterisk by Wizards because I don't know what team it's going to be. Like, I can see them in the top 10, and I can see them way down at 15, if that makes any sense whatsoever, because we just don't know what's really going to happen.
You think they're going to be worse than Orlando? Worse than Detroit?
Okay, I actually think Orlando's going to be kind of nice. Cleveland, you got them in the playoffs or the play-in.
The play-in. Washington's way better than Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yes, right now their team is, but we don't know if they're going to break it up. Like, I feel like Washington's at this time, like, okay, we're stuck on this boat for so long. Maybe we need to just say, go on and
this is a new team,
prosper.
Though you got a young Kyle Kuzma, you got
right.
I think Montrezl Harrell is still young.
Oh, I like Montrezl.
You get KCP and you get Spencer Dinwiddie, who's still young. So they have a young team. It's not as young as like the Hawks are, but the Hawks have a young and old mix too. The leader is just young. It's just Trae Young is young, as I said. His shoe drops October 1st, and I think I might cop a pair. Anyway, nice. I like Washington.
Those checks kicking in.
I was going to say it, but at overtime.
Hey, as long as the rent is paid, I put the savings up, put some in the stock market, pay the rent, and boom, I'm good. I'm straight. I don't have a car payment.
You have to have clean shoes, right?
Oh my goodness! I built shoe racks inside my closet. I have to have shoe racks because I have to wear anyway. We'll
That's another story.
Yeah, my obsession with shoes, and I got rid of some stuff before I came here. Let me tell you,
really?
It's crazy. But guys, there is something about the Wizards that intrigues me, and I don't know what it is.
I do too, and that's what I'm kind of getting at. Is I almost feel like they're unpredictable with this team. Like they could really be anywhere on this ranking.
Not 15 though,
Okay,
definitely not 15. Unless they all get injured, and then the starting lineups like Denny and a few other guys, Ish Smith.
So I think Miami isn't going to be 15, or not Miami, but the Magic. I don't think they're finished 15.
Detroit's worse than the Magic, you think?
I think so. I mean, I kind of like what the Magics are doing.
They're not healthy. They can't stay healthy though.
Yeah.
Their health is.
Markello, Cole Anthony, Jonathan Isaac.
They just can't stay healthy, man.
What are we going to get from the Raptors this year?
Mo Bamba. That's a real good question because it looks like Goran is staying in Toronto. It looks like.
All right.
Starting 5 gonna look like.
The next show we have, I think I'm going to make me a top 10 list of both East and West so I can throw it up here and say, this is my prediction, so we have this later on. That
somebody's going to fall out of that playing spot because Toronto's got to get in. I'm sorry. Somebody's got to fall out.
What? Okay, Nick. Okay. Want Toronto some love. I like what Toronto has. I think Precious Achiuwa would be a very nice acquisition for them along Goran Dragic.
Definitely.
Pascal has got to step up this season. Pascal, we need you to step up.
You're my top 10, big dog.
Scotty Barnes, my ROI, by the way.
He's his rookie of the year. Okay. We know what Fred VanVleet's going to do. OG Anunoby is a great, solid player for them as well. Nick Nurse, I think Nick Nurse had that team humming. They're probably going to be the surprise of the East. I'm going to call it now. Write that down, Michael. Toronto will be the surprise of the East. The Raptors will be the surprise of the if healthy.
You're telling me. Hold up. You're telling me that you're going to put the Raptors as the surprise of the team when you have that the Cavs are in a play-in game.
That's hot, though. That's hot.
Wouldn't that be surprising?
Yeah, but this is surprising. Yeah. But Toronto would be surprising, too. So I got 2 hot takes. So what?
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if Toronto will be too surprising just because, I mean, we've already seen, like, what they could do, like, when healthy and everything.
Yeah,
that's true.
According to the rankings, I mean, they're right above Cleveland. Go figure.
I'm going to put surprising then / to the good, just so we know.
You write the date down too, didn't you?
Yes, I did not, but I will now.
Okay.
Because
you're on count the bucket.
I'm going to say that the Pacers might actually fall out of the top 10. I like the team, but
you willing to put that on your hot take list?
Well, yeah, sure. I'm going to have to get like a hot take book here in a second.
You are. Don't forget the date.
Because, I mean, we expect the Raptors to surprise us. I think the Bulls are going to be in the top 10 now. There's got to be one of those teams that has to fall out in order for that to happen from last year.
And none of this is going to play out the way we wanted to because injuries are going to happen. So,
right.
Yeah, that's true.
They're back to playing 82 games with training camp and preseason. So who knows? Try and throw in a midseason tournament. Boo, don't do that.
I've always hated that idea from the beginning. I was like, please don't do that. Please.
They already don't want to play in an all-star game. And then you want to put them in a midseason tournament?
Exactly.
No, they don't want to do that.
No, they don't. That's the dumbest thing. Like, they're already complaining about playing so many games, and let's have an extra game where it's a tournament, so there's more than just one game. To me, I think it'd be best to do a regular season champion and pay a bonus to them. I think that would be interesting, and it would cut out some of the resting time.
I think you get a bonus for winning your conference finals. It's in certain individuals' contracts.
Oh yeah.
I think. Mm-hmm.
Oh well, that's in there.
Bonuses for all-star, scoring champion. I've learned this from people that I accidentally overheard this agents meetings. They put certain things in their contracts, like football players do, especially like if you rush for
incentives. Right.
Bonus incentives. So I know All-Star get a bonus. All NBA, you were eligible for the Super Max, whatever that's going to be. I think the next one's probably going to be almost $300 million. And then
can I just have one of that? Just whoever wins it. Can I just have 1 million? Like, you can have the 299. Just give me one.
Depending on what your taxes are in your state, you might hold pretty well.
Yep.
New Jersey taxes is only like 6%. I look at my paycheck, I'd be like, yes. Oklahoma taxes are higher. Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ours is 6%.
Mm-hmm. So,
Nick, what's yours?
I don't know off the top of my head, but here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't.
I don't have any.
Oh, yeah.
Florida. Boo.
So send my check down to Nick, and Nick will forward that on up to me.
Yep. Can we do that and
That's
commit
funny.
tax fraud? Is that tax fraud? I think it is.
I'm sorry, we are live. I was lying about that, everyone. I do apologize.
Big Brother's listening. We are on
Yeah.
computers and phones and stuff. Big Brother's listening. All right, guys. You guys want to get into the West?
Yes, I about said, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh God.
The West. I really don't like this, how it starts off, and you know why. OKC, Houston.
Oh dang.
Oh, wow.
OKC is worse than
Worse
Houston.
than the Rock.
Listen, I told you I don't like how it starts off. OKC, Houston, Minnesota, San Antonio, Sacramento, New Orleans.
Minnesota's better than both of them? Ain't no way. I'm sorry.
They think that we'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
New Orleans, Memphis, Portland, the Clippers, Golden State, Dallas, Denver, Phoenix, Lakers, Utah. This is ESPN, Utah.
Wait, where are the Clippers?
The Clippers are 7.
It was like 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Portland is 8. So that just tells you everything. You need to
Well,
know. Dallas is 5th. Dallas is not better than Portland. I am sorry. I'm sorry. Dallas is not better than a healthy Portland team. They are not better. They are not. Especially if you keep Dame and CJ.
I would argue you a little bit on that.
Yeah,
but I also
here.
agree at the same time. I would argue just a tad bit, but at the same time, I agree with you. Athletically wise, I would say Portland is by far better than them. But team wise, I feel like I'd give the edge more to Dallas.
I think they're neck and neck.
I think they're very close.
Who does Dallas have as their number 2 scorer? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Well, that's why I'm saying they're more of a team player. Like
Tim Hardaway Jr., baby.
I've always felt like Portland.
What do you need in the playoffs? We just talked about this. What do you need in the playoffs? 2 guys who can get you how much?
You need Ben freaking Simmons. Make that happen.
Dallas, that wouldn't be a bad trade for Dallas actually, because they need defense bad in Dallas. Ooh-wee.
Or even
so they have Utah's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me.
I get it though. I mean, Utah did have a good regular season last year, but I don't see them being number 1 again. I'm sorry.
You got the Lakers number 1? You know you want to do it, Nick.
Honestly, I don't think so. I really don't know who I would pick as number 1.
The Lakers are going to rest like crazy. They don't care either about the seedings. I don't think going into the playoffs.
Could we see Denver be number 1?
I think Denver would be good, especially for the regular season, because they don't really play a lot of defense, and we know defense doesn't exist in the regular season. But I'm going back with the Suns. I think they're hungry. They got a taste of blood, and I think they're going for it. Bubble Booker, baby.
Bubble Booker.
Michael, you must ask Devin Booker to put a ring on it.
He said no already.
Oh, sorry, Michael. I'm sorry.
He's having fun with Kendall.
I even tried to do something with my hair like Booker over here, but it didn't work.
Oh,
like,
Michael, it's okay.
Baby Book, look, and he's like, no, that's creepy. Then it went block. I don't know what that means.
It's okay. It's okay, Michael. So the West is a little more intriguing to me because Utah,
is Memphis in the play-in?
Yeah, Memphis is 9, right above New Orleans.
Okay.
I don't like New Orleans at 10. I will swap New Orleans and Sacramento. I say Sacramento gets in. New Orleans.
Where do they have the Spurs at?
12, actually.
Yeah, I'm thinking
12. And so
that probably makes sense for San Antonio.
But San Antonio is going to surprise people like they did last year, I think. And somehow Pop is going to somehow, some way find a way.
Pop will somehow get Ben Simmons on that team, and Ben will be like MVP shooting from half court all of a sudden. It's like,
yeah, it could possibly happen. So
that honestly, I joke about that, but that would be completely San Antonio basketball right there. And they just got Ginobili back, I think, to be a special
player
something. Yeah, so
those legends just don't want to stay away from San Antonio. They got Tim Duncan on the sideline.
It's a great organization.
Yeah.
What can we say? Duncan's hair? Can we talk about that just a little bit?
What is it?
Up with his Duncan's hair? I mean, I don't know.
He liked to swim. He was a swimmer. He shaved it all off, liked to swim.
He was.
What a little mini fro, swimmed.
Okay.
Got cheated. His wife cheated on him. He just went to swim. I mean, Timmy D.
Well, I wasn't even going to go there, but
I'm just saying. When I found that out, I was heartbroken. You know, I'm a Spurs fan. I was heartbroken. I said, not Timmy D. What Timmy D do to anybody besides win 5 championships? I don't understand.
Wasn't the Timmy D, let me tell you that. My bad.
You had to let that joke go. You had to fire it off.
Yeah.
I
ain't gonna do that one.
Now,
go.
Do you think Dallas is better?
Nick got me on that one there, I think.
Do you think Dallas is better than Golden State?
Absolutely not.
No, I don't think so. Healthy Golden State is going to shock a lot of people, especially with the addition of Kuminga and Moody. I think they're going to take
Avery Bradley now too. Will he play?
Avery Bradley, and then we
Thompson at some point.
At some point.
Also, trade Wiggins, please. Let's get him out of here. We have a golden opportunity to trade him.
Oh yeah,
with this whole situation.
I don't think he's tradable because he won't get that. You know, the shot. I don't think anybody's going to want. Because eventually, I think the NBA is going to mandate that everybody gets. I know the WNBA, they're fully vaccinated. I think eventually the NBA is probably going to mandate that, and I don't think Wiggins is going to be the only person. Actually, Jonathan Isaac, Kyrie. I think
Kyrie isn't.
Kyrie, Jonathan Isaac. I don't know if Kyrie is or not though. There are some reports saying he is. Some reports saying Kyrie's so hush hush about his personal life. He popped up with a whole fiance and a baby, a whole wife and a baby.
Yeah, that is true.
What? Kyrie?
That is so true.
I think he's a very personal person.
So I'm going to ask this, and I doubt if y'all have the answer on it. Like, Wiggins was trying to get the exempt because of religious beliefs, right? Something religious.
Yes.
How come that was denied? Like, could they just be like, oh, we know you're not really religious? Because, a lot of people are getting exempt from it because of religion. Or at least around here, like I had a lawyer who comes into.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, like he said, there's absolutely like an attorney, like I was saying, it's told me, it said, I have signed so many papers because there's no way that they can do this because it's flat out against religion and you can't fight that basically. And he said, I did 70 today for people around this area. So I'm like, okay, so in my head, I hear that they didn't approve his exemption. So are they saying, Wiggins, you're faking this? We know this because we look at your social media and see stuff that you do. Not that I've ever looked at Wiggins. I'm throwing that out there. That's just totally me making that up hypothetically.
If he's Muslim though, because I know Kyrie's Muslim and Muslims don't believe in a lot of it.
Yeah.
So Kyrie's a Muslim. So he has religious exemption.
And well, see, I've never heard Wiggins ever religious of anything. Now, of course, you don't hear much about religion, but
me either. And he might be one of those guys that's very personal, and we don't know what's going on in his life. So it's interesting to see if he's tradable because he won't get the vaccine and he doesn't have that religion exemption. But a lot of I think it's going to come out more players because, players full with international players too. So international beliefs and American beliefs are not the same. It's just not.
Look at the Spurs. They believe a team.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So we're going to see it. I don't think Wiggins is going to be the only player that comes out and says, I'm just not going to do it. Now, how would that affect his trade status? We don't know, especially since it's already been out that he is not eligible for religious reasons. Now, Golden State is prime here, but I don't know how much they'll get back for Wiggins because of that and the money he makes. So that could play a huge part in what they're trying to do.
So
now,
Wiggins is going international. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, you can't.
He's going overseas.
You can't fly international if you don't have a vaccine.
Yes, true.
You can't fly internationally at all.
Wiggins can buy him a yacht and just head on over.
Okay, customs. What you doing over here? Stupid American, get back.
I also find it weird how he's only not allowed to play home games, but he can play road games. I don't know. I found that kind of weird.
Well, the law is not the Golden State, right? It's actually San Francisco or California.
I think it's California. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I guess I understand that.
He can go play in OKC all day, even though OKC Thunder are requiring a negative test 72 hours before the game or the vaccine shot. So, but in Oklahoma, they don't give a damn what you do in Oklahoma. Excuse my language.
As long as you win.
They don't care in Florida either. Oh my God.
They don't care about masks in Florida or Oklahoma. Go figure. In Pennsylvania and Jersey, everybody's masked up everywhere I go. I said, Mama, this is so refreshing. And she's a nurse, so she's like, oh, I love it. But I always say this when it comes to this subject, because I know it's a touchy topic. I don't judge people for the choices they make. I can't do that. I'm not a perfect human being myself. So I don't judge people for the choices they make, but just know that the choices you make may have consequences.
I agree.
Wow. We know where you stand now. Gosh.
I'm just scared.
I don't care how you choose, but the choice that you may make may be bad, but I love you.
You got to soften the blow a little bit, but it's the honest to God truth. Like I just can't see myself saying, oh, you should get the vaccine. Oh, you shouldn't get the vaccine. Like I can't tell you what to do with your life. It's your life. Live it. But just know that if you choose one or the other, there are consequences that are involved with your actions. And that's with anything in life. So we'll see what Golden State looks like. Now, I don't think OKC is 15. This kills me.
Minnesota's 15. Minnesota's 15 without a doubt. I don't see them being better than anybody else in the West.
What? Darn. Okay, with Russell and Cat and Edwards, you should see them just being
Russell's like Ben. Well, Russell's been like not Benson. Russell's been like Anthony Davis over the past few years in street clothes and everything. So that's the thing. I do love Anthony Edwards. I do love Karl Anthony Towns. I do love Malik Beasley, Jaden McDaniels, all those guys out there. But it's tough though, because like I see Houston being better than them. I think Christian Wood's going to take another leap this year. Obviously, they got Jalen Green out there. I don't know what's going on with John Wall. I don't know if they're still looking to ship him out or whatever.
Yeah, he said he wanted out. So
exactly. And then OKC, I see Shea being an All-Star this year. Personally, I see Shea being an All-Star.
Thank you.
And another hot take.
Okay, another hot take. I love the OKC love. I really do. Thank you.
I definitely see them. Well,
Did you know I had family members that lived out in Oklahoma?
You didn't tell me that, Michael.
Yeah, so there's some OKC blood in me, actually. So that's where my grandmother is from.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you. Oh, of course. The best thing that ever came out of Oklahoma was the peacocks that my cousin sent home to us to Kentucky. It was quite an adventure. Yes, we used to have peacocks here. We're off subject. Sorry, going crazy here.
Go ahead, Nick. What were we going to say?
Nick's like, what is going on?
What was it? Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about OKC. I'm not expecting to like really be like anywhere near the play-in tournament, but I don't also see them being number 15 in my opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Houston's going to be 15. That's where I'm at still because they're the Houston Tankers. I'm looking at this. Where did they have the Pelicans and the Kings?
The Pelicans are 10. The Kings are 11. I swapped them.
Okay, that's what I was going to say because that's what I was thinking. You said, I've got the Kings, or I would have the Kings over the Pelicans. The Pelicans just haven't proved anything. Like I said this back when we talked about college basketball. I can't put faith into Gonzaga until they actually prove me wrong. Like they're good all the way up until that's too late now. I feel like that with the Pelicans. Like they're this team that's always on TV, but they're not proving anything.
So who is better right now, Zion or De'Aaron Fox, in your opinion?
My opinion, I would go. I would go Fox. I'm going to be
Fox.
Yeah, that's a
Fox
player that
definitely shows more leadership, in my opinion.
Yeah, like
I like Fox. He has the ball in his hands more, so he's going to have more opportunity. You see what I'm saying, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
And Zion depends on somebody to get him the ball.
Yeah.
I like De'Aaron. I like De'Aaron because
his speed, man.
Every year he gets better.
He does get better every year.
Every year Ja Morant gets better. I'm not saying Zion hasn't gotten better. I'm not saying that, guys. Don't send me through the ringer. I like Zion. I'm just not pushing the narrative that a lot of people are trying to push for Zion.
Okay.
Because
Zion had about
weight for the knees, because if you have bad knees this
That
early
is
in your
true.
career, and I tell people that before the draft, people were like, whatever, ha, ha, ha. Okay, he had knee problems. So you can't have that weight on you and come down that hard on the ground every single play. Even Russ is kind of having some issues, and he's light. Russ is light. Russ is very light, very muscular and light, and he's having issues as explosive as he is. Derrick Rose had issues with his knees, as explosive and small as he was. So just imagine being that big. You're Zion, you're that big. And I know it has to do with plyo and flexibility, and I know he's been doing all that, but you have to lose some of that weight. You can still be dominant and not be as big. You have to lose some of that weight.
How many years has Zion been in the league now? Is this his third?
This is his third year, yeah.
Third. Okay. So, I mean, he still obviously got time to grow. But I just feel like Zion, when you hear Zion, he had about 100 steps up to his ceiling of what we were expecting.
What some people, what a lot of people were expecting. I wasn't expecting much.
And Fox probably had 10 to 20 steps. And I feel like Fox's career has pushed him all the way up to like 50, 55 steps. And that's probably a weird analogy for you, but like we didn't expect as much from Fox. We thought he'd be good, but what he's doing is above what we actually expected of him already. So I think that comes into like, wow, Fox is better than what everyone thought. And then Zion is, he's nowhere near what we thought he was going to be. But if you were to say, but if you were to say who's better right now, we would probably, I'm saying Fox because he's exceeded what I expected. When truth be told, Zion is probably the better player all around and what can happen. But I would go Fox because I see the difference of what he's doing now.
So I'm trying to picture both teams in my head now. So I'm looking at Sacramento outside of De'Aaron Fox. They still got Buddy Hield, who's still a tremendous shooter. Tyrese Halliburton, Rashawn Holmes, and a few other guys as well. Bagley. But they're still coached by Luke Walton, which is
exactly
that's. But then also you got New Orleans, who still has Brandon Ingram, who is a former All-Star. So they did trade for Valanciunas, which I think helps a lot. I think he'll be better in New Orleans than Steven Adams was. And then they also got Devontae Graham as well in the during the free agency. So I don't know. It's tough. I mean, but then again, I think this is Willie Green's first year as a coach, so we don't really know exactly what he's going to show. So I don't know. It's tough.
Nick, who is the Pelicans' best player right now?
In my opinion, I'll go Zion. As best player.
Nick, don't you do it?
But see, there was a hesitation, even a thought process was going on. Like,
ain't no thought process with me, baby. It's Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, okay. I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad at that.
Right. See, I would go Ingram too right now. So to me, that's why I would go Fox more because he is their guy.
Okay.
I'm not mad at the Zion pick. It's just that when you need to shoot free throws down the stretch, Zion can't hit free throws to save his life. And I feel
like Zion has to be the X factor though for the Pelicans to have a successful season. I mean, I know how good Ingram is. I know what Ingram can do, but I feel like if they don't have Zion as being like that guy for them, I don't feel like they're anywhere near successful.
And that to me hurts Zion even more because your Zion caliber player shouldn't be the X factor. He should be the Brandon Ingram factor,
So do the Pelicans go as Zion goes, Nick?
I believe so.
So Brandon Ingram can have a bad game, but as long as Zion has a good game, then they're good.
Now that's tough. Now here's my thing. I mean, the thing about Ingram is that like Ingram doesn't even have to have a big scoring night, so I can definitely understand where y'all coming from because I mean you can honestly slide Ingram as a playmaker oftentimes, so I definitely understand that. But I'm talking about as far as like a full length season, like as far as Zion being dominant, as far as scoring, rebounding, and doing everything, I feel like that is necessary in order for the Pelicans to have a pretty good season. I don't expect them to make the playoffs this year, but if they're going to at least get into that play-in, then I think Zion will have to be the number one guy.
Will the Pelicans ruin Zion's career like they ruined Anthony Davis's career, medical-wise?
Maybe. It looks like, I'm not going to lie, like New Orleans front office is terrible. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to say it while we're here. I don't know what the future holds for Zion. Honestly, there have been rumors about possibly New York with a reunion with RJ.
Yep.
So I don't know. You never know. I mean, I think Zion. I think after this season, Zion has an opportunity to sign the rookie extension. So I don't know if he'll possibly do that or possibly try to do something different. So you never know.
I'm going to say who ruined Zion's career is Nike, because those shoes didn't hold up for him, and it's even hurt his knees really bad too because they're not very cushiony. And Nike, it's your fault. You ruined Zion for the NBA.
Okay.
But I definitely agree with Amber though about Zion losing weight. I definitely think that he needs to like slim down just a little bit, because I mean, like, even oftentimes like throughout like the regular season, like you'll just see him like, you know, grimacing, like trying to get up and down the court. I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get prepared for 48 minutes in each game. So
how old is Zion?
He's 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like he's still got baby fat on him, you know. He's got so. He's so young, and that's what I hate about it, because, you know, Zion is a very explosive, awesome player, very entertaining. I wish he could live up to his hype, but I'm afraid he's going to be a, what was it, Sam Bowie bust? Sam Bowie?
I don't know if it's going to be bad as Sam Bowie.
I'm about to say,
Sam Bowie
he was just an all-star this past year.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't dislike. People think that I hate Zion. I don't hate Zion, but I wanted people to slow down a little bit. Even Doris Burke said, "Pump the brakes," and I think she probably was one of the only analysts that said that. So we want to see him grow and develop. We don't want to just like on Ben Simmons. They placed that pressure on Ben Simmons so early when he was in high school. Then when he went to LSU for a year, and people was like, he didn't have the motor at LSU, and then he gets to Philly, and people are like, oh, well, sometimes he has the motor, sometimes he doesn't. Duh, you guys have been seeing this since college. So people put that pressure on Ben Simmons to be the next LeBron. Everybody did, because they saw what he was doing in high school. But when you get to the NBA, you get exposed for your weaknesses in the NBA. If you cannot shoot, or you're not willing to shoot the ball, or if you're not willing to play defense, or if you're not willing to rebound, not willing to be a great teammate, not willing to be a playmaker, that will expose you, because guess what? There is somebody on that bench that makes less money than you, can do the job that you can't. Like, there's somebody on Philly's bench that can shoot and will shoot. Korkmaz will shoot the ball. Is he better than Ben Simmons? No, he's not. But guess what Korkmaz can do? He can shoot. And he's cheaper. So guess what Philly is thinking? Okay. You don't want to shoot the ball. You don't want to be aggressive on offense. We don't want you here, even though Doc Rivers said they wanted Ben. But we all know that's not true. But
if they keep Ben and they flop again this year, that's what I was going to ask. Do you think Doc is on the hot seat if they keep Ben and they're not keeping
flop? Ben? There's no Michael. Ben is gone.
I agree. I
live in Philly.
If Ben Simmons stays in Philly, I will be surprised.
This city will go. I will not go to a 76ers game if Ben stays in Philly, because I don't want the aftermath. I just want to come home. I don't want to get on 76 to come home. I don't.
How did Philly get the name Brotherly Love? Like, from what I hear from you guys that live in Philly, there is no brotherly love in that city.
The sports in this town are brutal. Like, I would not. No. And Ben said, I'm playing for the fans again. We told people.
He did. He said that.
I was like, damn, Ben. Rich Paul has made it very clear that Ben Simmons wants no part of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a tough town to play in. As I've lived here, when the Phillies lose, they're depressing. The Eagles lost, it was depressing. Philly 76ers, we're going to see. They have the Flyers here, the hockey team. So, I don't know.
It just sucks for me, because I mean, I get it. I get why Ben wants out. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, considering like that game that he had. But then again, you also have Embiid, and then you have Doc Rivers, you know, basically throwing you under the bus in the press conference after the game. So I definitely understand that he probably felt betrayed to a perspective. But I don't know. I just feel like Ben will like want to come back with something to prove. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like kind of show people like, hey, like, I'm not going to be that guy that didn't show up in that game 7. I'm going to be totally different. But unfortunately, it's the other way around. You know, he wants no part of Philly, and he wants out. So, I mean, it's like I understand it, but then again, I'm kind of disappointed at the same time.
How awesome would it be? Ben gets traded to any team in the world, it doesn't even matter, and he becomes an MVP candidate this next year.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't
How awesome would that be?
Because he plays defense. Like,
defense.
Defensively.
Like, he could average a triple-double.
He could.
Like, he's
easily.
the type of player.
Easily. But it's the offensive confidence that he's lacking.
That's true.
I don't care how many videos you give me on Twitter. I just saw one today.
That's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's what I'm tired of seeing. Like, I go on Twitter, Ben Simmons shooting jumpers. Then all of a sudden comes down to a real game. Like, I think like earlier this year they played Memphis, and I think the shot clock was running down. They had Ben Simmons at the corner three. He literally like second guessed himself, like, oh my gosh, should I shoot this? And I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Just shoot it. If you miss, you airball hit the side of the backboard. It happens to the best of them. Paul George can hit 5 threes in a row, then hit the side of the backboard on another 3. It happens, man. Just shoot. As long as you put the shot up. And I think that's what Giannis has done. Giannis is like, if I put this shot up, people are going to start respecting it. Even though people aren't respecting his 3-point shot, but he's shooting it a lot better.
He is.
He has to get that Giannis mentality. Just put it up.
Who does Ben need in his side? Like, what mentor or what coach does Ben Simmons need?
Pop, definitely Pop.
I really do actually like Pop. Like, he needs a Reggie Miller. Like, hey, just throw it up, man.
Nick Nurse, definitely. I like Nick Nurse.
Monty Williams, even.
I wish this could have happened.
Oh, yeah.
Monty talks to DeAndre Ayton. Go ahead.
If they didn't get Lowry, I could see Simmons in New York. I mean, sorry, not New York, Miami.
Right. Spo. Yeah, I like Spo.
That would be nice because the offensive pressure would not be on him.
That's true.
Let me think. Who else could he do?
I'm going to say this, and Amber, I know you're not going to like it when I say it, but his style of play mimics the coach. And before the abuse trials and all that stuff, he was one of my favorite players. I mean, I could see Jason Kidd say, hey, listen, this is how it was in my career. I had to develop this to be a threat. Really? I could see him being good for Ben Simmons because he is Mr. Triple-Double.
So y'all can
separate the player and the coach. I mean, the coach and the person. I can separate it. Yeah, I can separate it.
So y'all can see a pairing of Ben Simmons and Luka.
And if Dallas can make it work, I don't think they can because you got KP on the books. And I don't think Philly would want KP.
No, they don't. I guarantee they wouldn't.
Because he can't stay healthy. And Ben is healthy. He just isn't confident.
Don't want to play.
I think Luka would like Ben because Luka don't like to pass the ball too much. That's why Porzingis is not too happy with the team. But Ben don't want the ball. He'd rather set you a pick.
Porzingis don't make shots either, though. So
I agree.
Luka sometimes.
Yeah, and I would love to see who is Dallas's coach now.
It's a new coach.
It's Kidd.
Oh yeah,
it's Kidd.
Yeah.
It is Jason Kidd.
Oh,
that's right. Because Billups is in Portland. Okay.
Yeah, Billups is in Portland.
I'm excited now.
If they can make it work, I don't think Philly wants Porzingis. They would want Porzingis, Tim Hardaway. I'm gonna tell you what Philly would want in picks. Porzingis, Hardaway, which they just signed, probably.
Maybe like a Dwight Powell or something.
Yeah, something like that, or even Maxi Kleber, because Maxi Kleber stretches the floor, he can shoot.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. They're going to want more than just KP, even though I think the contracts kind of match. I think Ben might make a little bit more than KP. I'm not quite sure. But they're going to want something in return. And Dallas doesn't have another all-star on their team but Luka, and they want an all-star. The only trade I see happening, it could work either Minnesota or Portland. But I think Portland wants to hold on to CJ.
I think Cleveland really wants him.
So what would they do with Sexton?
I don't know. I feel like we talk about the Cleveland part on it every show, but I just feel like Cleveland really wants him, though.
Well, because, could do
that's all I see.
Sexton for Simmons, but you would have to give up Sexton.
About the Cleveland?
Yeah, because the contracts don't match. You would have to give up Sexton, picks, and something that it would cost Cleveland probably too much money.
But I think it's to the point now where they can't ask that much for him because.
But the contracts have to match either way.
Right, on that part.
Yeah. So
what about Indiana?
That I thought about Indiana, and we proposed the guy I used to do count the bucket, but
count the bucket. That's us.
Thunder Coast to Coast. I got so many shows. Thunder Coast to Coast. We proposed a trade, and it actually kind of worked. It was a 3-way with Charlotte, and then including Gordon Hayward. But if Philly could get Brogdon, Miles Turner, and possibly a pick for Ben.
Did they give up Turner too?
You have to.
Okay.
Right?
So Turner goes to Philly, you're saying?
Brogdon and Turner, and a pick goes to Philly for Ben.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what they're looking
Just
for. I
kinda
think that's what
sucks.
they're. Yeah,
Well,
it does, but that's what they're looking for.
I just don't see how a trade actually happens with that, because you're giving up too much for him. Like, you're getting a good player, but you're losing too much of other good players.
You are, but that's what Philly wants. I mean, but the contracts too. So you have to
Ben's
factor
going to be sitting out.
Philly's going to ask for a lot. I mean, that's without debate.
Yeah. So I think you want me to say something that's kind of off the wall? I think that works for Indiana because they drafted Chris Diarute. Boom. He basically takes Malcolm Brogdon's spot.
That's true.
In Philly, you get a defensive point guard that can score and shoot. In Brogdon, you get a 4 in Miles Turner that plays defense, was in a running for Defensive Player of the Year until he got hurt and led the league in blocks.
Not to mention, Indiana still has LeVert, TJ Warren,
Sabonis, and TJ Warren. So that works for both teams. It's just that pick they got to give up. But that works for both teams.
And I think it would actually be
you're starting 5. If you paired Miles Turner and not Mouse. I said his name right. If you pair Miles Turner and Joel Embiid on defense, oh my God. That back line of defense is crazy. And then Malcolm Brogdon at your point guard, you're not losing anything on defense with Malcolm Brogdon. You're gaining on offense, and you're not losing anything on defense. And he was he an all-star or borderline all-star? Kind of, sort of. He could have been.
He was borderline,
Borderline. So you get 2 defensive guys, and you get some guys that will also play offense.
I actually like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that starting 5 for Philly would be nice. You got Brogdon, Danny Green. I will go Brogdon, Danny Green, Tobias Harris. Oh my goodness, the length on that. Turner and Joel Embiid.
What about Maxey? What would his
backup
future be
point?
on?
He's backup point. Cork Moss is your backup too. That would be beautiful. And then you bring in, they just signed Andre Drummond. He'll be your backup 5. That would work. But will Indiana do it? Probably not. They're not going to give up Brogdon and Turner.
But my thing is also, I mean, considering that that Ben is represented by Rich Paul, obviously we all know like how big Rich Paul is. Like, is Ben Simmons kind of looking for like a bigger market?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. But the bigger markets are all kind of sold up. New York is sold up. Both LAs are sold up. If you want me to be like cap wise, Miami sold up. Austin, I think they're sold up. So when you look at bigger markets, Golden State is the only other bigger market I could possibly see. But Joe Lacob got fined because he came out and said, we got Draymond Green, we don't need Ben Simmons, and which is true.
That's true, yeah.
So that's not going to work either. Now, there are 3 destinations for Ben, possibly 4. I threw in Indiana. I could see Cleveland, which is not a big market. What do we say? Cleveland, Minnesota.
I'll say Houston as well.
Houston, the swap for John Wall and the contracts match. I mean, I think John Wall makes more.
I think John Wall will fit well in Philly.
I do too. But will Daryl Morey pull that trigger? John Wall, I think he's healthy. He showed flashes last year of being healthy. I think he's fully healthy. Would Philly want more than John Wall? Like
definitely. Without question.
Jayshawn Tate would be fine. You are not giving up Christian Wood. They're going to hang up the phone if you ask for Christian Wood and John Wall. You might get John Wall and Jayshawn Tate for Ben Simmons.
What about Kevin Porter Jr.? Do you think he'll be in the talks as well?
I like him in Houston, man.
Considering that they have Jalen Green.
But him in Philly, so you would give up Wall and Kevin Porter for Ben? Straight up.
I could see that. Wall, Kevin Porter, and then also Jason Tate, if that could work. I don't know. But
for Ben.
But why would Houston do that? Like, I mean, I understand they're getting Ben, but they're not ready to build around Ben right now.
Ben's still young, though. Ben is still young. And
they could make the play-in tournament.
Yeah, you know whose team that is. That is Jalen Green's team. Christian Wood's team. Jalen Green, Christian Wood, however you want to slice it. They're getting younger, and Ben is still young. So if you're Houston, do you pick up the phone if Philly calls and say, hey, give us John Wall? And I don't think Philly loses anything. I think John Wall can play defense. Pretty good defender. He can score. I think he would play well in that pick and roll with Joel Embiid. They get Jayshawn Tate, which is another shooter and a good defender.
Mm-hmm.
Or Eric Gordon. You could go John Wall, Eric Gordon there too. Eric Gordon's still in Houston.
Who?
Another key veteran.
Mm-hmm. Eric Gordon.
Oh, Eric Gordon. Okay, I was going to say, wow, you kind of was on one I was looking at here. What if Austin Rivers and Bowl for the Nuggets to Philly?
Ben Simmons in Denver?
And send him to Denver.
No, you would have to give up Michael Porter Jr. for Ben Simmons. You would have to give up Michael Porter Jr., Bowl, and
because they're going to want Austin Rivers because Doc there. That's why I even said that.
Well, he already has one son. He has a son-in-law playing for him, so he's good.
He already has one son. I mean, we know the Nuggets have no defense. I don't think he'd go to the Nuggets. I
don't even think those two got along in LA, honestly, when Doc was with the Clippers.
Yeah, they didn't get along.
I don't think I could play.
They're not. You asked for Michael Porter Jr., the Nuggets are hanging up the phone.
Oh yeah.
That
point blank period. They're hanging up the phone.
What about Aaron Gordon? What if
they just signed him?
Signed him, right? But I mean, do you think Philly would ask for him and still be like, okay, we can take him instead?
No.
Probably not. I'm sorry. The only ones that I can see now is Houston and Indiana. To be honest,
possibly Cleveland, but Cleveland would have to give up a lot to get Ben. And maybe Minnesota, they would have to give up D'Lo and probably Beasley, and probably Beasley, and probably a pick.
Man, Ben might be in Philly next year or this year.
Michael, it's not happening, Michael. He's not playing in Philly.
I don't see a scenario where any team gives up what they're probably going to be asking for Ben. I don't. What we are expecting.
I mean, look, we got to still acknowledge that Ben Simmons is still an all-star caliber player, though. That's the thing about it. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why teams are gonna have to give up more. That's why I said they're gonna hang certain players. They're just not gonna give up. You're not gonna give up. I'm just putting this out there. You're not gonna give up a Devin Booker and a DeAndre Ayton. You're not gonna give up a Michael Porter Jr. You're not gonna give up a Christian Wood. You see what I'm saying? There's certain players that you're just not gonna give up for Ben Simmons. You're just not gonna give them up. So. Even Portland is hesitant to give up CJ McCollum.
Yeah, sure.
I don't. Nah.
He's the most underrated player, but he has a bad back.
That's true.
He's working it. He's working it. I like CJ. I do. So I'm a huge CJ fan. Of course, I'm a huge Damian Lillard fan too. But I like Ben Simmons. I want to see him grow. Top 10 ESPN's list for players. I have.
Can we bring that on the screen?
We surely can. Oh, I took a picture of it. Oh, Jesus be offense. Ooh, okay. Oh, this relaxing candle got me a little sleepy. Okay. I got a relaxation candle brewing in my apartment. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
What's it burning there?
It's eucalyptus and jasmine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta get my relaxation on.
Sounding like I might have some CBD cream on there.
Oh no!
First,
no. I don't do none of
that. Okay.
I don't do none of that. Trust me. Refusing to get the vaccine. Fully vaccinated. The Knicks are. Okay, we unsure about when they're gonna come. When Kawhi's gonna come back. Okay. Where is that top 10 list? I gotta get 10 through 1 as they do it. Come on. Did y'all see that Stephen A. Smith said something about, well, I think that people took his words out of context saying that
About the Kyrie thing and Ben Simmons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think people took his words out of context, though.
Definitely.
But I think Kyrie would ask for a trade if, would retire because he's found his purpose outside of basketball.
Yeah.
In my opinion. That's just me.
And Kyrie's like a Brooklyn, New Jersey native, so it's like, he's not leaving.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do this and share my screen. Hopefully it shows it to me. I don't have ESPN Plus anymore. I got rid of it. So I'm gonna have to show you two different types. I'm gonna start at 10. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to scroll down because they give an explanation on why that player is, and it's just too much. Okay, here we go, fellas. ESPN. Boom. All right. Can y'all see that?
Loading.
Please
there we go.
Okay. So they got Harden at 10. They got Anthony Davis at 9. Damian Lillard at 8. Joel Embiid at 7. The Joker at 6. And then I have to go here, go all the way up. Oh, come on, computer. Sorry, guys. And then I have to go 1 through 5. So 5, they got Steph. I know that for sure. So here's the top 5. 5, they got. Come on.
They got Steph number 5.
Okay, 5 Steph, 4 Luka, 3 LeBron, 2 Giannis, 1 Kevin Durant. Let's look at this number 10 though. Got James Harden number 10.
I think that's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But
that's quite embarrassing.
And also another thing, I don't understand how the reigning MVP is not top 5 either.
Yeah.
I got to load the screen up. I got dad eyes here. There we go.
Okay, my screen is just acting all kinds of weird. But I can repeat the top 10 because I have it up as pictures on my iPad. So my screen is just acting weird and stupid. But top 10: James Harden, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Joel Embiid, the Joker, Steph, Luka, LeBron, Giannis, and Kevin Durant.
I really don't know how I feel about this list.
I don't have a problem 1, 2, 3. I'll say that.
I don't either. I mean, even if you could possibly mix it up. It's kind of like what I said earlier. I would have Giannis number 1 just because he's the reigning champion. So at the end of the day, he's the man to beat. And then I'll possibly put KD at 2 and LeBron at 3. But I'm not mad at it.
Where I don't get is how you put Luka over Steph. That's ridiculous.
That's true. Yep, Luka's not better than Steph. I don't care.
Luka's not better than James Harden. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. He's not better than Jokic.
Yeah,
he might be better than Embiid. I don't know.
A healthy Anthony Davis is probably
better than Luka.
Yeah. So I think they're trying to push this narrative for Luka for MVP, but you cannot win MVP if your team does not finish top 4. I think in your conference. Steph had an outside chance MVP last year because how bad Golden State was, and he didn't have anybody. Luka has a team around him, so his situation is different from Steph's. I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like it because
James Harden's got to be at least top 7.
Yeah.
At least.
Also,
do y'all think Dame should stay on this list, or does he barely crack it for y'all?
I like Dame
because it's tough.
I like Dame on the list because I can't picture another point guard I would put on the list ahead of Dame. Possibly Kyrie.
Even Russ has had a pretty good year.
But without Dame, there is Portland.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It just isn't. Michael, your thoughts? LeBron's not 1, so you're happy.
It is so hard to name every player that has, or a team that has a great player down into a 10, I think. It becomes where it's all really opinion. Like Chris Paul had a great season last year. Chris Paul is very worthy to be mentioned in anything because every team he's played for has been a contending team. even when he went OKC. And I don't think you even mentioned him in the top 10. Now, granted, he's old, and I know a lot of people. I love Chris Paul because he took a Houston team that was always on the outskirts, and if he didn't have the hammy problem, they probably have a ring. Now, I don't want to say they would because it's an unknown. I don't want to play that narrative. He goes to OKC. He has them make the playoffs. Granted, he did have a couple good players still with him, but it was Chris Paul's fourth quarter player. And I'm not trying to make an argument for him to join in this top 10. I'm just saying every team has that great player that you're like, oh, man, he could have been here or he could have been there. Like Harden, I think you said was like at 9.
He's
10.
He's 10. To me, I love Kyrie. Actually, I don't like him. I don't like his style. That's just me. But Harden was the main person next to Kevin Durant. Like, Harden was the point guard, came up. He was the one that was the facilitator, really. So I would have him higher than Kyrie in this ranking. And Harden learned to pass this year, so I like him even more. Like I feel like he was a more overall player. So why is Harden so low there? Steph, the only reason I do feel like Steph should be just a little bit. Well, no, I don't even want to say that because this is for 21-22. So Steph should have been probably where he was at. I was going to say Steph was hurt last year. We didn't get to see a lot of him, but when he did, he was.
Do you think Luka is better than Steph?
No, I'm not saying that. I do think Luka's good. I do think y'all are hurting Luka a little bit, but I understand that everyone has their opinion. I'm not saying he's great. I just feel like. Okay, this is why I like Luka. Luka somehow finds an angle to get around everyone. It just seems like, but so slow. Like it almost puts you. Seems like how did he just do that? Like. I feel like everybody should be able to pick his pocket. So that's why I like it. It's almost like he's so slow. It's like Sleepy Joe put you to sleep. All of a sudden he just burns you. Like, how did that just happen? So I just like it. I think it's entertaining. It's funny in a way. I even want to say, was it Beverly that said Luka was the hardest person he's ever guarded? Mm-hmm. Somebody said that he was the hardest person that he's ever guarded. So I feel like give some props to them. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's all about opinions and styles that you like. Mm-hmm. That's why I hate LeBron. I don't like LeBron's style. KD, to me, should be number 1. Giannis doesn't have a shot still, but yet he's a great player. I feel like Anthony Davis should be up more. But again, to me, when you get to the top 10, it's almost who your favorite player is going to be there. Like top 10 is like 10 number 1s in my eye, really. Like, I mean, can you really put that down there?
It's hard to pick 10 players. It's hard.
Do you think Luka is better than Jokic?
Better than Jokic? Again, Luka has Luka has the ball in his hand more, so I can see why he is seen more with it. But Jokic does so much from a center position that you have to love Jokic. I mean, Jokic
has to at least be top 5.
To me, that team was nothing without Jokic. Mm-hmm. It's like, and again, he doesn't even look like he works out. I don't think
he does.
And he's able to do this. So again, it's entertaining that he's able to do this. Like, I don't want to try to sound mean towards Luka, or the Joker, but it's almost like forgive me, guys. It's almost like he's got a dumb face. Like I could care less what's going on. Like oh, there it went, and it's perfect.
Yep.
And it's how does he pull it out of his butt and make these things happen? So it's good. He was MVP like that. He made the Nuggets. So he has to be up there. Again, guys, I'm rambling here more or less without saying anything. LeBron is getting older, so I think I respect that they did move him back some. I'm not saying that he's bad. He's great. He's always going to be great. I would always said this from day one. I would take KD before LeBron just because he is a cold killer with the ball and going to score your points for you. And that's that. So, I mean, I like how they got it. Obviously, I would have done it different, but that's just it. When you get to the top 10, it's hard to say this is the one that's over them.
It's difficult to make because if you look at this list, KD, Giannis, LeBron, Steph, Anthony Davis all have rings, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think narratives go into the rankings as well.
Yep. Dame, the Joker, and Harden have all been to the conference finals.
Yep.
Has Joel Embiid been to the conference finals?
Nope.
No.
Not yet.
Second round. There's only one person on this list. Dallas hasn't got past the first round, have they?
Nope.
I think
not since they won a championship.
Did they not get past the first round this year?
No, they lost to the Clippers.
Okay, I was thinking that was the second round.
Played the Suns in the conference final. There's only one player on this list that has not gotten past the first round. You got 5 champions.
But that's my thing. Like, what are we going off of? Are we basically going off of like last year? Are we going off of like what they did last year going into this year, or are we just going off of like career?
I don't know what it said. I don't know.
To me, I think it's predicting. Like it's trying to say this is what we're thinking this coming year. Mm-hmm. Which I could see Joker being hurt a little bit because Murray will be there. I'm not saying that he's going to be worse. Just to take some of his numbers off of there because Jamal Murray will be there. But do you think
right now though? I don't think.
Right. So do you think Luka shouldn't be on the list just because he doesn't have an appearance?
I think Luka should be on the list, but I don't know if he's top 5.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. Back from.
But then again, I mean, like, his popularity does make him, at least top 5. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Man, that when he does that fake shot and just somehow like flips it behind him, and that's sweet. That was a nice play.
People might think that I hate on Luka. I don't hate on Luka. I just don't think he's better than Steph.
No, he's not better than Steph at all. I'm sorry. And in my opinion, he's not better than Jokic. In my opinion.
Oh no.
Or healthy Anthony Davis, who was number 1 on my power forwards list. So.
Or James Harden.
Or James Harden.
But can we really rank a healthy Anthony Davis?
You can't. I mean, he's top 10 still, but you can't. But like I said, Steph, he's dealt with some injuries. Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid's dealt with some injuries. Dame's been pretty healthy. Harden's dealing with that hamstring still. Kevin Durant pretty healthy right now.
I'll say this. It's hard for me to rank players certain situations because to me, it's better to be a teammate sometimes than it is just to be a good one-on-one player. And that's my style. Like, I'm not hating, so don't come at me. Dame is flat out great, ball handling what he does. But to say a great team player,
he's a great leader. He's one of the best leaders in the NBA.
Leader. I'm fair with that, but
I don't think Dame has ever missed the playoff. Actually, no. He missed it his first year, his rookie year. But I think since then he's never missed the playoffs.
So you don't think he's a good team player, Dame, is it?
I won't say that he's not a good team player. He's a scoring point guard. The style of play. Like when I think point guard, I think Jason Kidd. Like that's, the pass first. That's how I visualize that. And that's why I don't like Kyrie Irving as much or James Harden in times past because it's like I'm taking the ball and scored. You have to have that on a teammate. I 100% agree. But sometimes I think of myself, how I played and my style and what I like, and that goes into how I like my players as well. I mean, that's just how it is. And that's why I do like Luka because he is a passer, and that's why I liked LeBron 1.0, and that's before he left for Cleveland. Like he was a passer. So
levels 1.0 is levels. What is he on?
LeBron
4.0 or 5.0? 4.0?
He's on. Yeah, he's 4. He's on 4.
He's on 4. He's on 4.0.
Can't stand LeBron 3-point and above.
You like 2.0. You like Miami LeBron. I love him.
He went to Miami. I liked Miami. I didn't like the decision.
Oh yeah.
But I had to like him in Miami.
Yeah, he was dramatic. I was like, LeBron, stop with the dramatics.
Have we ever had a conference about, hey, this is where I'm going to go play? Like it was almost like a mini series. Like
it was like a movie. Like people were waiting to watch ESPN. Yeah. I was like, yo, where's LeBron going? Like I was on my way home from a hoop section. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, where's LeBron going?
And that's probably what I started to kind of dislike him. Like this is the NBA. This isn't the LeBron James league, And I felt like it was more centered towards him, and that's where I kind of get off of things on it.
They're not to mention the next day, they have that whole little ceremony. Then it's like not 5, not 6,
not 7, and they also don't up there dancing. Oh, my favorite one of that is the All-Star, and then you have Derrick Rose. That's just like standing in front of him.
Oh yeah, I mean, Derrick Rose is like I'm not into nothing, none of this.
Yeah. Derrick Rose is a real chill, laid back guy, extremely laid back, and you can just tell he's just not with the BS. He just be sitting there like, "What are y'all doing?" Like,
we're here to play ball, not entertain.
It's like, no. This top 10 list, I don't have a problem with it. I can't put 10 players in order. I just know I would have Kevin Durant 1. And
that's kind of
10. That's all
it's hard to say, all these positions. That's what I mean. Like, I agree with you. You can't really do 10. Kevin Durant definitely number 1, I think, in my opinion. What we should do is have our own draft and see who we take. Because that's kind of how you would order them, right? Like, if I had the first pick, I would take Kevin Durant. Who would you take, Amber?
Right now, first pick to build a team around?
Uh-oh.
She's going to say Ja Morant now.
No, I'm off this list, right?
Yeah, off the top 10. Who would you draft first overall if you had to pick? Nick, how about you while she's thinking?
I'll go KD.
You.
But didn't you say Giannis was your number 1?
I mean, at this point, yes. And now, look, I don't think that I don't think Giannis is a better player than Kevin Durant. Like, let's get that straight. But I feel like, considering Giannis is coming off of that championship, and also not to mention he beat KD on that way. I feel like KD should be number 1 as right. Giannis should be number 1 as right now.
Who would I build a team around?
Let me understand this, and I'm not being mean on this. You think Kevin Durant is a better player, but you want to rank Giannis 1, right?
As of right now.
Championship, yeah.
As of right now. Now,
I'm
overall,
okay with that.
Overall, KD over Giannis. But as of right now, going into the season, I'll put Giannis. Giannis is the guy right now that everybody should be looking to beat.
This is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound off the wall. Who I would build a team around? The Joker. Health.
I'm not mad at that.
And the way he distributes the basketball. And he's young. He's been playing professional basketball since he was like 13, 14. I would like the way he plays the game.
Oh, yeah. Joker's probably my favorite player right now in the NBA just because he flat out has fun and he doesn't care about the spotlight, really, I don't think. Like,
Yeah, he ever made a statement and said he don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could build a solid squad around the Joker because he can get his, but I think he makes players around him better.
That's a fact.
I really do. I can overlook the defense and him not being able to jump. He just has a knack for the ball, in my opinion. Because defensively, no, and he can't jump to save. It's like, he'll tell you that I cannot jump.
But you can guarantee he has better knees than Zion because he don't.
And I can guarantee you he's going to have 10 rebounds again.
Guarantee.
I guarantee it. My Chuck voice. Woo! Anyway, the Joker is a different type of answer because I'm looking at how healthy he has been and how he carried the Nuggets pretty much. I know he had Michael Porter Jr., but a lot of these guys have a number 2, but Luka doesn't have really a number 2. Well, KP is supposed to be his number 2. A lot of these guys have a number 2. Joel Embiid, he doesn't really have a number 2. But other than that, everybody else on this list has a number 2.
So let me ask you something real quick.
Chris Middleton is number 2. Go ahead.
Number 30.
So, like, what are y'all's expectations for LeBron this year? Because I don't think he's going to be as great this year. Considering that it's his 19th year. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got Russ, you got AD, and plus it's his 19th year. I think he's going to take a step back.
You got Melo.
Personally, without the blinders on, I feel like LeBron has been slowly stepping back. But I think the media has keep him up. And I think he'll still be in MVP talk just because of who he is and the media needs it. But LeBron is being, honestly, hater here, LeBron is being like a genius, really. He's getting other guys that could take the spot, the percentage of plays off of him so he can rest more. Like, he's now in games where he's resting instead of having to actually sit out games to rest. Like, he's got a team around him where, hey, I'm the man, but you go ahead and take it for 40 possessions in a row, and then when it's on the line, give me the bottom, we'll shoot it, make it. So I think he's being a genius, actually, from a hater's mouth. LeBron, you're being smart with this. Like, you're still going to look like your top 5 MVP just because of your name, but you don't have to do nearly as much. You could probably walk out of the game by 6 minutes left to go in the game.
I expect Russell to take some of that weight off LeBron. And if Anthony Davis is healthy, he will take some of the weight off LeBron. Hell, even Carmelo Anthony would take – if LeBron plays with that second unit, Melo can score. He know Melo can score. You bring in Malik Monk. Rondo might run the show. You just never know what Frank Vogel's going to do with that lineup. I'm looking for those vets to help LeBron just kind of chill because they know what LeBron is like. Like, Melo and LeBron are really good friends. You know, he understands the assignment. Russell Westbrook understands the assignment. You can say whatever you want to about Russell, but he is a great teammate. I don't give a damn what you say. He is a great teammate.
That's a fact.
He will fight for you every single night. LeBron's not gonna be like, come on, Russ, let's go. He's not gonna have to tell that to Russ. Russ is gonna have to tell LeBron, come on, man, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say, I'll be honest. Russell Westbrook is another player that I'd never really have liked his style of play because it's that go-to as a point guard. But I flat out fell in love with him when he looked at James Harden on the Rockets team and was like dogging him down there, like, you've got to go. Let's go. I was like, okay, like this guy is not really about himself. That's just his attitude of how he plays, and totally respect it. And I am full committed to Westbrook now.
People don't understand Russ's mentality.
Right.
But if you go to because I grew up in Oklahoma City. If you go to a Oklahoma City Thunder game and actually watch the Thunder play when he was here, he's always been a great teammate. He in press conferences, if they would say something bad about KD, Russell step in. They say something bad about Steven Adams, Russell step in. Whoever,
definitely,
he is the ultimate guy. And when
he is very passionate.
Yes, he plays basketball the way that Kobe did, that killer mentality. And the NBA is not like that anymore.
And I feel like his passion has come off a little bit, has come a little odd. And I feel like that's kind of why some people give him a bad rap. But when you kind of watch it more and see more in depth of what's going on, you can't help but to love this guy.
But Kobe played the same. Kobe had that dog mentality. Allen Iverson had that dog mentality. Michael Jordan didn't give a damn about you on the court. He had that dog mentality. It's a different era in the NBA.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And there's not very many Russell Westbrooks. There's not.
No, but even with Kobe, you either flat out loved him or you didn't like him at all.
Oh, you hate him.
It's kind of the same, and I just feel like there's been more that just not fall in love with Westbrook on this. I don't know why. Have no answer to it.
I think it has something with everybody just being a little too friendly now.
Do you think anything about rings? Like if he had rings that was basically proving his attitude with it, his passion on that, and be like, okay, this guy means business and he's backing it up?
No, because he's
still backing it up. Trust me.
He leaves it on the floor every single night. And when he took that Oklahoma City Thunder team after Kevin Durant left to the playoffs, OKC was rocking. You know what I mean? It was rocking. So when you see that on a nightly basis and you see that for 41 home games and whatever playoff games you get in OKC, and then when Sam Presti decided to go in a different direction, it was so difficult to accept. Even though we got Chris Paul, and we got Schroeder, and we got Gallo, and then SGA, it was so hard to accept that because of what Russell meant to the city and what he did for the city. It was hard. It was tough.
What do you think will happen if there was a game that LeBron did walk off of the court like he did in the playoff with Russell Westbrook on that team?
He's not gonna make a scene publicly, but I think he. Oh no, he's not.
I don't know.
No, not publicly. I think the respect for one another would probably in the locker room, like, hey, bro, like, what's going on? I think they would have a man-to-man talk about it in the locker room. But
now, when you say publicly, you're not saying like go run out there and just punch him in the nose and be like, get your butt back on the bench. We don't quit on our team. Or are you saying like in front of a microphone public?
All of it, public, period. I think it would be a locker room issue. And since media is limited in the locker room now, I don't know if they have media in the locker room anymore because of COVID, then unless the story leaks, we would never know. There's a lot of things in the locker room that we never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Oh,
and I think that would be one of those situations because Russell's a private person and LeBron's a private person as much as they can be anyway. So if they did have a personal thing that they didn't like with each other, it would be very private and they would handle it like men because Russell's a winner, even though he hasn't won a championship, but he's still a winner. He's been to the finals before. And LeBron's a winner. So, and they're mature men. They've been in the league for a while. So they understand how to communicate with each other.
Nick, just
a lot of maturity on this team. Let's say
very, very much so. They're not going to have any turmoil. It's going to be okay, guys. Do y'all feel like going hard today, or we just going?
We go to coast. We're playing the Pelicans. They're going to give us a bonus if we let them win because they're going to be on the TV. So let's just whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. But they're going to get hyped for that Golden State game because they want to play against Steph. Everybody loves playing against Steph, like for some reason. Everybody, but. It's just you're gonna see a difference in their motor when they're playing Detroit or when they're playing, Orlando, maybe even OKC, maybe Houston, even though Houston has, a top draft pick, maybe Cleveland, but I think Cleveland's gonna be better than people think.
Obviously.
clear, obvious, something written right across my forehead, obviously, because I have the hot take.
Wait, here's my paper. Yeah.
I just think the Lakers are just gonna chill. I could honestly see Utah getting the number 1 seed again, just because even though they didn't do much in the offseason, but we signed Mike Conley. I could possibly see it because the Lakers just won't care that much for it. As long as they're not in the play-in tournament, they don't care. They do not want to be in a play-in.
Yeah, they don't want to do that again. No.
It's a good roll one year, then the next it's not.
LeBron like, nah, bro, I'm good.
I found it funny how LeBron backed it up, and then it's like as soon as the Lakers were part of the play-in tournament, he was like, "All right, yeah, whoever made this up need to get fired."
It needs fired, yeah. I hope, and it would be hilarious, and I would like LeBron just a tad bit more if it come into the play-in game this year and they're not in the play-in. But you know what? That's a really great idea. I really like it now. Just because the media would be like, "Okay, come on," but I just think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, LeBron. I don't know, guys. I think LeBron you're going to see a more relaxed LeBron this year.
Definitely. LeBron's gonna take a step back, at least for the regular season. Now, playoffs gonna be probably a different story, but regular season.
Of course. I almost feel like the Lakers is repeating, hear me out all the way through. The first year, I think it was when LeBron went there, when they kind of got Stevenson, Rondo. They were thinking they could get these players that could do the one-on-one and let LeBron take a break. And this time they just kind of gave it some steroids and beefed it up a lot more where LeBron can still take it out. Like they did it a lot better scheme this time with it. Because Russell can take the ball anytime he wants to and score.
Yeah, I think that. And that's going to open the floor up as well.
AD is honestly the same thing. Did you know Anthony Davis was point guard up until his senior year in high school?
I did. Mm-hmm.
They growth spurt. And all of a sudden,
I think he grew a foot. So, I mean, Anthony Davis has handles. He can actually be a stretch forward or a point forward, if you will.
But at Kentucky, I didn't see him as an offensive threat. He was great on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he
That's true.
Something on offense every now and then. But he wasn't great offensively.
No.
And then all of a sudden, he's in the NBA, and we like, AD, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he what is up?
Even in his first year in the league, he wasn't really that great offensively.
And then all of a sudden, you just see him growing on offense, like Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard wasn't great offensively at San Diego State. All of a sudden, he get with the Spurs organization. It's like, okay, Pop and RC, but I see what you guys are doing here. So, ended up trading away his favorite player, George Hill, to Indiana, and boom, they got Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, Manu was pissed. Oh my God, when that trade went down.
He was. But then you grew to love the guy that doesn't talk much. And my mom calls him, who's that quiet boy that don't speak? He got commercials. I said, yeah.
Yeah, he's got commercials. Now he's on Drake videos and stuff. So it's working out for him.
He's stepping outside his shell.
He will never win another championship because he's getting into the spotlight now. He's done.
That's LA.
He's got a Tundra now. He's upgraded his vehicle. He may have a Toyota Tundra now. So
$40,000 Tundra. Nope.
Yep.
Not winning another championship. Mm-hmm. And his teammates are driving Porsches.
What was it that he was driving in St. Antonio?
Suburban.
Yeah, it was 97, I want to say. 97, 98.
Suburban. He's good with his money. That's good because California taxes suck, but he does have children and he is married. So he gets tax breaks.
There we go.
Sure.
Hey, they're nice.
Single people with no kids, we don't like them, okay? We don't care for them.
I'm sorry, but I appreciate you paying your taxes.
Guys,
if anything from this show that you ever get from, do not send your checks to Nick in Florida so you don't have to pay those taxes to send to you. Go ahead and pay those taxes so Daddy Michael like this can afford diapers. Because right now I have 3 4-year-olds.
Gee,
God bless you.
Thank you. He did with a plethora of. All the time he was like, "Oh, you're so blessed." I'm like, I thought blessed was a good thing.
It is. You have great little bundles of sunshine in your life, Michael.
Girl, you ain't seen them when they wasn't sunshine. Let me just tell you.
Hey, you know what? It'll work out in the future because, by the time they get around, teenage years, they'll be cleaning up all the house and you don't have to do nothing.
Yeah, because that's what we did as teenagers. We did chores around the house with no complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I didn't have no choice. because I wanted to go out every weekend. So if I wanted to go out, I had to have the house clean. And I had OCD. My mom has OCD.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have a choice. And I was like, man, I need to go to this party this weekend. Like, what's up? Mom was like, as long as the house is clean, you bring home good grades. I had a job. So she was like, I know you can pay for your
Not
gas.
to mention, I had no allowance either, unlike a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Nick had no allowance. So I keep the house spotless because on Friday, Saturday, I'm out.
You know, I don't think I had allowance, but if I asked for money, they would give it to me. You know?
Yeah, same thing here.
Yeah.
I had a lunch allowance. My mom would give me money for lunch because our school had a different type of lunch than most schools probably had. So we didn't just have like the lunch line, you know, where you get free lunch. We had like a Taco Bell station. Then we had a student store, and then we had something called Blimpies with like sub sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then we had like a hotline where you can get nachos, Indian tacos, and stuff like that. Then the student store had all that stuff. So my school was a little different. So my mom gave me an allowance for lunch.
My city that I went to high school in doesn't even have a Taco Bell, like in the place.
Wow.
So yeah, you had it in your school.
Yeah, like they had like certain Taco Bell items. Like they had like a bean and beef burrito you could get. A bean
now
burrito.
in my county, we do have a Taco Bell, just one, but
I bet it be packed on it.
No, not too bad. Like
It's so crazy.
Listen, like we were talking with Perry in our chat, and like what we were saying about high school, and he was saying, "Oh, you probably only have like one college school." What he meant, do I live on campus? Like, I mean, we have 2 high schools. That's it. Like Harlan County, like really, you should go search it, Nick. You would be very depressed when you seen what it looked like. Amber was about. She almost like sent me money just because she's seen stuff about this. Like, I'm sorry,
Really?
This is a commercial, just like saying like my dog's dying, send us money. You know, like this, that's how it would be. But no, in all seriousness, we have fast food restaurants and gas stations. That's about it. Like, I mean, we have 1 McDonald's, we have 2 Subways in the whole county, we have 2 Hardee's, Taco Bell, KFC. We have a Rax. Do y'all even know what a Rax is?
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. We have the only Rax restaurant in the state of Kentucky is in my county, and it's really good food. 3 Mexican restaurants, and
No
1
Five
pizza.
Guys?
No, man.
No
You can't
Chick-fil-A.
They don't have a Chipotle
I
either,
wish.
Nick, and that
No.
almost sent me.
No.
They don't have a Chipotle.
Oh
No.
my goodness.
I'm telling
No,
you.
no Chick-fil-A or Chipotle. Goodness.
No.
You got Wendy's,
Listen.
don't you? Because you get the
We definitely have a Wendy's. Got a
you
Wendy's.
got Wendy's because you always tell me what you get from Wendy's. The number
Spicy
7
chicken.
It's-
Number 6.
Number 6 spicy chicken sandwich.
How do you remember that? You care.
Yeah, I do care. It's all in here, baby. It's all in here. Yeah, I mean, I could literally walk outside my apartment in Philadelphia and walk anywhere and go get something to eat.
Okay, here's you a good one. We don't have a Starbucks in this whole county.
Oh,
Dang.
man.
Nor have I ever ordered anything from a Starbucks because it's.
You have a Target? You don't have a Target either?
No. The closest Target is 2 hours away.
Do y'all
It's
have
in
like a
Lexington.
Walmart, like a Supercenter Walmart?
Now, come on, we're poor, but we have a Walmart.
Hey.
Okay.
There's like, there's some cities that have like neighborhood Walmarts, so they're like really
Right.
tiny. But,
Right. No, we do have a Walmart.
You got a Wally World. What about
We-
you don't have a mall?
we don't.
I know that.
I mean, we have malls, but they're empty.
So you do a lot of shopping on Amazon, I'm assuming.
No. Actually, we don't have a Kroger, but it's close by. It's 45 minutes in the next county, so we just do the online order Kroger's and go there get the groceries because it's cheaper to drive 45 minutes than it is to get in there. It's a little.
Man, that's funny.
Store
Like
shit.
it's a funny like whenever like I moved down here to Florida, like they don't know what Kroger is. 'Cause, I mean, I'm originally from Alabama, so there was Kroger like everywhere. But like when I moved down here, like nobody knows what Kroger is like at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Because what y'all have in Florida?
We have a Winn-Dixie here. I know that.
Okay.
Publix.
Publix. I was going to say Publix.
Publix, yeah.
'Cause that's big in
Publix.
Georgia. That is huge in Georgia.
What else is there?
I've never been in a Costco.
Trader Joe's. Costco? Trader Joe's?
We have Costco. We don't have Trader Joe's.
Okay. Whole Foods, Sprouts?
We have this place called Grocery Outlet. So I don't know. It's probably different from y'all. But I don't know.
It's interesting to see, like, people think Oklahoma is dead, but if I start naming all these places, people are like, oh, y'all have all that? We're like, Yeah, like we have all of that in Oklahoma, especially in the city.
Now, do you have Hardee's in Oklahoma, or is it?
It's Carl Jr.
Carl Jr. Okay.
It's the same thing. It's just
it's called Hardee's in Florida.
It used to be Hardee's in Oklahoma, but
do y'all have like what is it called? What is it called? Raising Cane or something like that?
Yeah.
No, we definitely don't have that up here.
You don't have that? Okay.
No.
Do y'all have Slim Chickens, Nick?
Yeah, we do. We have Slim Chickens.
Oh my goodness.
Slim Chickens, and we have Zaxby's. We have a few other places too.
Best restaurant ever is Zaxby's.
Yes. I love Zaxby's.
Their salads are so good. Their salads are amazing.
That chicken, like, why even talking about anything else?
I always get the wings and things every time.
Oh, man,
I get the chicken salad. I get the chicken salad. I love their chicken salad. Don't call me a health nut. It's just good. I like their chicken though.
And there's no Zaxby's anywhere close to me. Like it's in Lexington. Like, I mean, it's a 2-hour drive for a Zaxby's. So
if you want to take your wife out for a night out of town, how do you do that?
We go to a Mexican restaurant. We don't have a movie theater here. Our movies shut down. No, it shut down during COVID, and it was bought out by AMC like the year before. So we're like, okay, maybe it actually will last, and then COVID hit, and they closed down.
Oh, so out of the town, you take your wife to Mexican food. One of the 3 Mexican spots that y'all have.
Yes. And,
no bowling?
No, we ain't got no bowling alley.
No top
we did
golf?
have
no nothing.
No. Our golf course that we have in Harlan, we have 2. Actually, there's technically 3 golf courses in Harlan County. One is in Lynch, and it only has 3 holes. One is in Cumberland, which is right next to Lynch. It has 9, and one is towards the city of Harlan that has 9. So there's no actually 18-hole golf courses here.
You know what? Living in Harlan makes me appreciate living in Oklahoma.
It should. What is crazy is in the 70s, I want to say 60s or 70s, we had a higher population here in Harlan County than they did in New York City.
Fun fact.
Yes. That's how big coal was here in Harlan County.
We drove everybody away.
Oh, yeah. It is crazy. It's actually pretty historical. But nobody's going to come to it because there's no interstate anywhere close.
Dang.
Whew, thank God for Oklahoma.
Okay.
All right, fellas.
Positive. Amber, have you ever been in the McDonald's in Oklahoma that stretches across the interstate? Because I have.
Which one?
Are there more than one?
Oh, my God.
Are there really more?
After all the highways, like you'll get a gas station and a McDonald's attached to it. Off of 40,
no. This one, it's a bridge that goes all the way across. It's like 4-story McDonald's in Oklahoma.
It's like what highway is it off of?
It's over an interstate. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google this and share my screen.
40, I-40, 44, or 35.
Sure.
Which one? Nick, we're giving you some interesting fun facts about it.
Definitely. I've honestly never been to Oklahoma, so this is interesting.
See, there you go. You're not missing much, trust me. But
it's
more than Harlan, I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma just jumped Boston and somebody else in population too, because a lot of people moving here. It's a lot of money to be made here, and it's cheap to live. So our population is going through the roof, and then they're expanding the highways. Because you can come work for Devin and make $100,000 a year, and buy a house for $200,000, and it'd be beautiful.
Here's my screen.
That's one thing I must say about the house. It is affordable.
Can you see my screen?
Like $2.
Yeah, $1.60. This is in Oklahoma. Like it's 3 stories. There's an elevator takes you all the way up. It's supposed to go across the interstate. I couldn't tell you
which highway is it?
66.
God, that's like the biggest McDonald's I've ever seen.
It is. It's the world's largest McDonald's.
That's Phillips 66, the gas station.
I would hate to work there. I'm sorry. I know it's busy.
It's not I-35 South. It's not I-35 South. It's not 40 West.
I know the McDonald's is never slow.
Oh, no. And
where is it? Let me get a better look at it. Where the heck is it? I can kind of put it together.
That still don't show you anything, does it?
Oh wow, it's over. Is it like over the interstate?
Yeah.
Wow.
Show me the highway, darn it! Come on, pictures. Show me the highway. I could probably look it up.
Here we go.
Oh, it's in
Will Rogers Turnpike.
Oh, the Will Rogers Turnpike. Okay. It's in Juanita, Oklahoma. Okay.
Okay.
I've never been that way.
Okay. Well, I've
never seen it. You have?
Like there's like even a store in there where you can buy like merch, I guess. Like I used to have as a kid the world's largest McDonald's shirt.
Oh wow! So your folks live close to Juanita.
Sure, I was 4 years old at the time. I couldn't tell you, and it was 18 hours to get there, so I never went back. Yeah. But I will say this: my cousin, she did work in Oklahoma City, and when the bomb went off, she was a mile away from it and actually shook her building where she was. So she was somewhere close to that area.
Okay, so when the memorial building bombed, that was 95.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I say but yeah.
It's 95.
Yeah, when I'm actually a closet Thunder fan. When the Thunder opened up, she actually sent me some shirts and like a do rag as well, or the towel rag, and I've got the gator. I had a gator of one as well. So yeah, I'm a little bit.
Michael, this warms my heart. Nick, this just warms my heart. I appreciate it, fellas. We've had a great night, haven't we?
Yeah.
Always.
Very great night.
I am going to miss you guys. I really am, fellas.
Definitely.
I don't want to tug on your heartstrings. But guys, I will announce this on Count the Bucket. We don't have any viewers right now, but you can go back and watch the replay.
Hang on. Wait. Okay, go.
There we go.
Oh, give me the stage. Oh, I appreciate that, fellas. So tonight will be my last night on Count the Bucket until further notice. Michael and Nick will do a great job giving you the top 10 centers. I'll probably get in there. Will I? Am I working next weekend? I'll probably get in there and give y'all my top 10 centers.
In order.
I'm going to try to do this one
in order. I'll try to do mine in order too.
I'll try, but it's just so difficult. But next week will be top 10 centers, and then I won't be on the show. I want to come back on Count the Bucket. We're going to figure something out, but my work schedule has changed. If you guys don't know, I work for NFL Films. NFL season is in, but even if when the season's not in, films is still rolling. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that's been a part of this Unwrapped Sports Network. Of course, Michael and Nick, you guys for thugging it out with me. When the show first started, I had a partner in Andrew. We went on Fridays, and Andrew wasn't able to do it anymore. I kind of did it by myself. Michael was like, hey, I'll do it with you on Saturdays. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he kind of just became the honorary co-host. And then Nick came on the show so often that Rich Paul forced us to sign him to a contract. So shout out to his agent, Rich Paul. Oh, guys, don't get all sentimental.
Oh my God.
But I just want to thank everybody that's been a part of this journey with me. I want to come back and I want to be a part of this show. We're going to try to make it work. But for football season, so until I say February.
Yeah.
So 2022, I'll be able to come back. Hopefully, when my schedule changes. And if it does not change, I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, the Unwrapped Sports Network, Perry, just everybody that has come on to the show and support the show, commented, negative comments, positive comments, it doesn't matter. I will always love individuals and humans because I was not brought on this world to hate. I was brought on this world to love. I say that a lot. And yeah, I'm going to miss going on here on Saturday nights and having random rants about best looking players in the NBA and Harlan County and, just random stuff. So I really appreciate it, fellas.
You know what? I'm gonna miss you. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be very awkward for me. Like, I can't say anything about good-looking guys anymore. Like, if it's just me and they'd be like, hey, man, he's kind of cute. They'd be like...
Nick's like, come on, man.
Perry, we're going to have some changes going on here. So I'm going to have to, be the average man here and be like, yeah, it's cool. It's not me. I can't do it.
We know how you feel deep down, though, we know how you feel. Okay.
Sorry.
We know how you feel.
It's all good. We can still talk about the best looking players, the handsome guys, Bubba Booker, all of that.
Michael Porter,
Kelly Oubre.
As long as I don't call him Bubble Butt Booker, that's probably I need to watch that one. So if I do that, Nick,
Kendall,
you can just
Kendall wouldn't like that. Kendall would not like that. She wouldn't like that at all.
We can still laugh about how Doc Rivers can't finish.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's why Ben won't get traded because Doc can't finish.
I think he has evidence to back it up that he can finish. I'm just saying. I know.
But Amber, thank you so much. You are the pioneer of this show.
You.
We will try to do the best that we can without you.
You guys are gonna be great. You're gonna be great.
We're gonna hold it down.
You have an open invitation to whenever you're free to jump on in here.
I know.
You can wise cheese us while we're in our main show. Just boop. Oh, there's Amber. Okay.
He does that. I'm like, Queso, what's going on?
So anytime this is still your show, you're just taking a leave of
absence.
A little hiatus.
Yes. So we understand. Okay?
Oh, I thank you. And it is not related to COVID reasons, guys.
Let's just say
throw that out there.
We're going to put you on the IL for right now, or the IR, whichever one.
I'm on the IR for now, the rest of the season. Yeah. I am not tradable.
Oh, wait. This just in. Amber is actually sitting out because she's trying to work her contract, get a bigger deal. That's what it is? Oh, okay.
Paul Perry.
It's not going to come out that I don't want to be a part of the show no more because I don't like the fans. I'm not Ben Simmons, okay? I just
if you leave our group chat, that's when it's really going to get rough.
I'm not going to leave the group chat.
Then you're not like Ben, so that's good.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't become excommunicado, John Wick. I would not do that to you guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I would be a part of the chat until, further notice.
We're not even going to talk about that. You're going to be a part of the chat.
I will be a part of the chat. Yes. Because I want to, help you guys with ideas and stuff you guys want to throw around for the show and things like that. I want to be involved as much as possible. I'm just not going to be able to stream. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
But I love you guys, man. You guys are going to be great.
And we love you, Amber. Definitely.
I'm trying something here.
Michael, don't put me back in my feelings.
Oh, you just took a new role. New producer of her show. Simply Amber.
You hear that, Perry? Cut the check.
There we go.
New producer.
Honestly, I don't even want to end the show because it means that you won't be on here.
I know, guys.
We love you.
You guys are going to be okay. You guys are going to be okay. NBA is going to be great this season. Hopefully, I can watch games. Please let me watch it. I'm begging you. At least the ones on TNT. Please schedule.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the ones on TNT.
Yeah.
And not the Pelicans. Please, not the Pelicans.
Oh, I have to watch, though, because I want to see Zion's development, and I love Devontae Graham. Things that I have to do. I have to buy Russell Westbrook shirt. So I have to buy a Lakers shirt. I have to buy a Carmelo Anthony shirt. I have to buy a Lakers shirt.
Do you think you can wear the Lakers shirt in that area, Philly?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was going to ask.
Boston? I mean,
yeah, I could wear a Lakers shirt. I could wear a Lakers shirt before I wear a Cowboys shirt. I'd say that ain't much.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the Eagles Fly would definitely destroy you on that one.
I could wear a Lakers t-shirt. Yeah, but would I wear a Cowboy shirt in my neighborhood? No, I got my Dak shirt just sitting chilling in the drawer. And I want to wear it to work on. I'm keeping it here. My pride is still there. I wanted to wear it to work on Monday because the Eagles play the Cowboys on Monday.
Ooh.
And then my boss asked me, you're gonna be working Eagles games. The Eagles play the Cowboys at the end of the year, and I'm working that game. And she was like, "Is that gonna be a problem for you?" I was like, "Nope." She was like, "Okay." It was a joke, though. It was really.
They'll be looking for Amber during that game. She'll be over on the Cowboys side, like Dak.
I ain't gonna have time to even. I wish, but I really, really do appreciate you guys for holding it down because it was when I did Count the Bucket by myself, I was like, oh my goodness, it was rough.
I am just so glad that a few weeks ago when I was like, we need to make Nick a co-host. Let's just bring him on. He's already here.
There you go.
So I'm glad we already had that going on.
So, there you go. You're not by yourself, Michael.
Cool,
yeah, because
now just don't leave me.
You're good, man. Trust me. I'm too ADHD to do a show by myself. Y'all can tell that already. I mean, look how we talk with actual conversation going on. If I had no one to talk to, it'd be like, in the NBA, whoa, this light is right behind my head. I'd be all over the place.
You'd be having fun with yourself. Pretty much.
I would. I wouldn't be like, this ain't even live. This is just me looking in the mirror, seeing myself.
Because I do ladies first by myself a lot, but doing 2 shows by yourself is tough.
So will your link tree be changing?
Well, I'm still have my old shows on YouTube and stuff. I think my link tree is gonna stay the same. I'm not gonna take my old material off. It's like my resume in a sense. I'm gonna keep all my old material on there, but I don't think I'm gonna pick any more streaming shows up because we weren't gonna do pick up Thunder Coast to Coast again, but I'm not gonna be able to watch every Thunder game because I live in OKC, so my market is a lot different now. So I'm not gonna be able to do that. Do I want to talk Philly sports with somebody?
Who wants to talk Philly sports?
I mean, that's rough. That would be rough for me. Even though I don't mind talking Philly sports, I mean, this is a very different town when it comes. I mean, they take their sports seriously.
Oh, I bet.
It's brutal. So no. So it's gonna stay the same. I'm not gonna pick up any extra anything. I'm gonna do Step Back Sisterhood because we're flexible. We're flexible. We kind of work around each other's schedules. It's only once every 2 weeks, and it's a lot easier for me to do Step Back Sisterhood because it's a podcast, so it's a lot easier. It's less time consuming. I can't say that because we have an editor. Because we're on Blue Wire Hustle, we have an editor. We have somebody that does all that for us, so it's a lot easier.
Oh wow!
There we go.
So,
did you say you're going to be our editor? Okay.
Yeah, right. I'll spend 3-4 hours editing.
Because I can't do the show, Michael, that last, well, in this case, 2 hours, but I can edit it for 4 to 5 hours for you, no problem.
I watched editing.
Editing is hard, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you guys this quick story before we get off. I watched editing because field operations, we have our little office, NFL Films, and right next door is where they edit film from football games, Hard Knocks, just stuff like a Football Life and stuff like that. And I went in there one day and I was like, oh, it was like we just sit here and do this all day. We just I was like, what in the? He was like, yeah, and it has to be it has to be perfect because you're putting that product out because you're putting Connie says, don't worry, I'm a professional editor. Oh, thank you, Connie. Oh, Connie is the co-host. No, he's the host of Backstop Answer, right?
He's a co-host.
Oh, he's a co-host?
Michael said, put some respect on his name.
Yeah, I am a co-host with him. He ain't the host.
Okay, so there are 2 hosts for Backstop Answer. I'm sorry. He's also probably the co-host of Gen Z. So you guys go check that out. Thank you, Connie.
He's co-host of Gen Z, Backstop Banter, and co-host of the Hard Count.
The Hard Count. So yeah, Connie's a hardworking man.
Jeez.
No, I am the show. You knew he was going to come in here and say something smart. You already knew it, Michael. He likes to give you a hard time.
Honestly, if Connie didn't have something bad to say, I would think that he's hurt. Like something's wrong with him.
Something's wrong with him, yeah. So we appreciate you, Connie, tuning in late night. But yeah, guys, signing off for the last time in 2021 for me. You guys want to shout yourselves out before we go?
No, this is all you.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not about us.
Yeah, this is all about you.
What are those guys' Twitter handles?
Nick, we could do this like constantly now when she's gone. We could shout herself out like every 5 minutes and we're good. Amber, this is all you. That you are in the spotlight.
Well, thank you. Well, the guys' Twitter handles, Michael's Twitter handle is right there. And then Nick's Twitter handle is right there. I cannot talk. And my Twitter handle is simply me_AV. You can follow me on Twitter. I won't be posting content for the rest of 2021. Ladies first, last show will be Thursday with Nick. We'll talk WNBA playoffs. Yeah. That's gonna be fun because today for me, I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with the NFL and the WNBA. It's just gonna be very difficult. We got Chicago and Minnesota. We got Seattle and Phoenix with no Breanna Stewart. And DT is questionable, Nick. DT is questionable.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
it'll be tough.
It's gonna be tough. Nick and I predicted our teams to win. Chicago and Phoenix, they both won. So we're excited about that. And we'll talk about it more on Ladies First. But for 2021, I just want you guys to be safe. Whether you're vaxxed or unvaxxed, I personally don't care because I'm not telling you what to do with your life. Just be careful.
But your decision is wrong.
I'm not. I can't say that either. Because I have my personal feelings about it. But you guys just be safe, be careful. Wash your hands and your butts. They go hand in hand. Just because you wash your hands, I mean you take a couple days off and not take a shower. Brush your teeth, wash your faces.
I'm sure there are some viewers that needed to hear that.
And after you wash your butt, re-wash your hands, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. And put a smile on somebody's face every single day. My goal every day is put a smile on somebody's face. And I do that. So you guys be careful, be safe out there for the rest of 2021. And hopefully I'll be back in 2022. We'll see. But I am signing off for the last time this year.
We love you.
Come on, Michael.
Are we shaking here?
Boom.